Good morning, Gushan.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Again, everybody is there?
Yeah, everyone has joined.
Okay, good.
Morning.
So I'm audible. You want me to some settings for the sound, or is that fine? I'm audible, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, good. I hope you guys got a recording for yesterday, right?
Yes, we got the link. Yesterday we got the link.
Okay, good. Hopefully, I'll be giving you the presentation today because I'll be getting in the URL for maybe OneDrive or Google Drive today.
Okay.
So we're going to start this session for the next module, which is data warehouse architecture. So if you have any questions, I will probably help you out to get the answer back for yesterday's session. If not, then we're going to continue. Are we good for yesterday's?
Yeah, hi Indra, hi, good morning. Yeah, we are good. Just that one question. So just let us know. I mean, we've sent it to I think Lakshmi also.
Yeah, so those questions I'll take it offline, maybe end of the session or something. I'll see you over the weekend if I get some chance. I'll take it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because one was not possible. Let's see the other one, what exactly to be done. So there would be some alternative. We need to just check.
Okay.
So because after this training, my meeting starts by 12 and finish at 1:30 in the night. So I didn't get
Oh
a
my
chance
God.
to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been working on 3 projects together.
Okay.
Somehow I took out 4 hours time in the morning. I've shifted my meeting from 11 to 12.
Okay.
So I'll definitely help if I get a chance. Okay, so today we're going to talk about an architecture of data warehouse, how the data warehousing comes and what the architecture it follows, what are the things comes, how it is a positive and negative, characteristics, properties, and all. Meanwhile, you must be thinking, why do we are talking about data warehouse architecture? So just to let you one understanding. So you probably go and get the metrics reporting on your dashboard, but the data is most probably, I think, percentage of data coming out from a warehouse. Now, if there's a modern warehouse, which is Azure, ADLS, or S3, or maybe blob storage, wherever, or else if it is in an older traditional, there will be a warehousing like complete database. So that totally depends. So we're going to talk about all these things. We'll talk about relational versus analytical database concepts. We'll talk about dependent data mart, independent data mart, data warehousing architectures, and understand the cube management. So these are very important. In a Power BI also we have a cube management. So people who have a data, they can put it in cube. We'll talk about cube more in detail. So we need to understand what is data warehouse, what is data mart. So most of the people are familiar with the relational data warehouse, relational data model, right? Not data warehouse. So your productions, everybody, right? Be it your marketing, be it your sales, be it your banking. So those you guys are familiar. Anybody got a chance to do the data modeling for relational or relational data modeling? Anybody have made it?
Yeah, I have made it.
You made it, okay. So you understand the cardinalities and other stuffs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to give you a brief, in a very short, database is basically collection of your data, and that can be various type. It can store your transaction data, it can store your master data, it can store your daily data, ops data, logs data, events data, any variety of data in form of transactions, and the data being stored in a alphanumeric or a date format data, etc. So basically what happens when you create a collection of data and that is being stored in one place called table. Now combination of tables becomes one database. Now one database and another database. For example, you have one database which is an employee, and the other database is called attendance. So how do you actually do a joining and get the detail for employees attendance? In order to do that, in 1970s, Mr. E.F. Ted rule came in place, and it says, boss, if you have a normal database, in order to create a relational databases, you need to follow some 12 rules. I don't know how many guys you're familiar with, but yes, that is theoretical a bit, but yes, if you get a chance, please go ahead and take a look. So there will be 12 concepts, whereas a minimum 7 to 8 has to follow in order to get your DBMS to become RDBMS, right? So 2 areas are probably going to give you some help. If you get a chance, take a look on that, maybe later on. So you can see that. So say database rules. So there would be rules. You can see this is what the tutorial point is also talking about. So there would be 12 rules, and those rules will talk about, everything. Primary key, your access, your constants, your foreign key, those things we'll be having here. So take a time and go through it. This is just a understanding, nothing very specific that you have to know about it. But yes, if you know, you should be having more clarity how the DBMS works. So database become an RDBMS, relational database, which is relation has a permanent in nature in the database itself. For that, you need to have 12 rules to be followed. Take a look. I'll be sending this to your chat window. Okay. So the most important part you need to understand is why this relationship is required. Okay, how many guys knows a database ranking in the world? Come on, hear me out. How many people knows which data has what ranking in the world? And do you know how many databases there in the market? Gopal?
There are many. And ranking, you mean the commercial ones? Oracle is the best one right now.
No, but do you know the ranking, how the ranking goes?
I never checked it out.
Okay, I'll help you. So something called database ranking. Okay. Take a look on that. It's a good website, and it's awesome one. We'll let you know how the ranking looks like, right? Do you guys being aware with this before? This website, dbengine. This is a ranking website. So which website is what type, you can see here, and what is the score going on. So this is still January 2021. Now they're also ranking 2022. They've been actually doing it as well. So you can see here, MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, Postgres, things are there here. Can you see how many databases are there?
I seen MySQL also, but it doesn't scales up.
Yeah, it has a database issues, 1 GB per database. So they got 335, 350 databases in the market. It also has an NoSQL. All databases being combined together. Elasticsearch is also there. So anyway, this is just for your understanding. If people are not aware how you can see the ranking. So this is it is. You guys are aware of this website before? Most of the people? Yes or no?
No, not me.
Okay.
No.
Just to talk about, so even if you have any database coming in mind and say, come on, let me go and check the ranking. And if you talk about what the database, like for example, SQLite is actually a Java based, website. So here is been there, right? So give you complete detail. So take a chance whenever you have idea and understand what, see, this is all about a database, Teradata, Snowflake, right? MongoDB, everything is there here. Vertica, Spark SQL, fine. So this gives you a fair help and understand how. So Derby is a by default database which is being written. This is Apache Derby, by the way, written in Java, are being used in Hive. This is a by default Hive. See here. Anyway, so that's the knowledge for a database ranking. In case you want to see them, this is how it is. This is just to give you an add-on knowledge, nothing to do with the Power BI at all, but just to, we have talking about databases, so I've shared you this. So basically, when you have multiple database, multiple tables, one thing you have to understand that how are we going to go restrict the, unwanted data. So if you have multiple table, anybody can store anything. This is what you want, or you want, I want data only which is very sophisticated and only which is being wanted data. No unwanted data should enter into my database or into table. Yes or no, guys? Come on, help me out.
Yes.
So to avoid unwanted data, what should you do?
Put some
Define rules.
Rules. What rules? Let's talk about a few of them.
like not null, then
Constants.
default values
Define
in
constants, right? It can
Yeah.
be null, it can be check constants.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
No duplication of records.
Integrity constants, which is primary key, right? Primary and foreign key concepts.
Unique key.
Correct. That is called index. Unique index. So basically, you're trying to enforce all possible rules in order to, I would say, force not to get unwanted data. Correct? So basically, those rules are being already written in the dates. So those are only rules being written. And why do we need it? Because if you want to get your database becomes RDBMS, that's what you could do that. And relational data model is the model which has relationship implicitly within the tables. So one table is a master, another is a child, and there would be a primary and foreign key relationship. Make sense? Okay. So now you saw that here, the relational model, guys, you can see a lot of relations coming in. Can you see the pictures? Most of the table has a relationship.
Yes.
And this is more normalized. We'll talk about it a little later. So normalized means it is having more data based on your entity, and as more as pieces you can do, you are more individually there in the table and more confident and more easy to maintain. For example, if I have my complete detail, say my name, address, and phone number, and also my job detail. So probably I'll break my personal detail one place, my address one place, my office detail one place, and join with my employee ID. That's what you do, right? In the relational model, everybody?
Yes, yes.
Right, but here you can see that a lot of relations comes across. I need to do a lot of joining, enforcing in order to get the complete detail. Make sense? If coming to analytical data model. So when I say analytical data model, first of all, why do we need them? So here we say OLTP, online transaction processing, which is a transaction data. And here we say OLAP, which is online analytical processing. Now this is also online. What do you mean by analytical processing? What exactly the analytics data you want? How you want to do that data? Same data which you saw here on the relational, which is in production, right? And they want to get into an analytical database model where in order to get our analytics solved. So what kind of analytics do you need by analytical data model? Come on, help me out. Give me one example, please. Do you understand what analytical data model is?
We need to store these KPIs, the calculations, measures, everything. We want to pre-calculate and keep it so that retrieve means we don't have to do an calculation on the fly.
That's the summary you're talking about. I'm not talking about summary. I'm talking about analytical data model as an entire data model. So what comes in mind when you say relational data? What is the one you would want to store? Come on, let's talk about that. Enforcing unwanted data integrity, that's fine. But what you wanted to store in your data, in your database? Transactions, operation transactions, right? Sales data, banking data, I'm sorry, whichever data you're storing it. So those are production data, right?
Yeah.
If you come to the analytical database, you want to get your data in a analytical mode. Now, KPI calculation and summary table would be top of this model. Model by default does not has KPI at all. It has the way you store a data. Now here, I'll give you a very simple and very small example. In your relational model, we'll say, let's say give you a product category. I'll talk about a product group and I have a product item. Will it be 3 different tables? Yes or no? Please help me out.
Yes.
Correct? Now, if you talk about the analytical model, analytical data model, you know what I'm going to do that? I'll create one dim dimension, which is called dimension product. And then I'll join all these 3 into one table. Why do we need them? Cat ID, which is there. Here I'll have a group ID. Here we'll have a group ID. Now you must be thinking, why do we need them first of all? And
Yeah, even I mean before analytical model, we can do the same thing in relational model also. No? So
yeah, this is only relation. This is the, if you talk about, they are both a third normal form. Don't worry. They are all 3 and up.
But if product have
but there's a different kind of a modeling for this rather than this. Here it's called normalization. So normalized. Right? Here we call something called denormalized. Am I clear what I'm saying? So what do you think? What is the benefit here and what is the benefit here? Come on, please help me out. What I'm doing is I'm combining all the data, product category and group and item. So product category will go into the group. They must be having relationship. Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
And group ID will be having, or you can take it at the top if you want a group first, whichever way you want. I don't mind. Let's say group ID first, then category ID and the product ID. So a lot of time people does that way. So basically, if you can see, can you see the changes in the model? The way the modeling is happening. Relationship also be here also, but there's only relationship within the one single table. Am I clear, guys? Am I not making any relationship here? Please help me.
It is just a view, I think.
Can you come again?
It is just a view of this 3 table joined.
It's actually not view. There we'll be loading data from here to here directly. They are actual tables. They're not at all view. So dimension table is a table, normal table. In order to get this data here, yes, you'll have to join them. You can do by join, by view, or by ETL, whatever load, ETL software like Informatica, Talent, anything. So your idea is correct. You're actually combining these 3 and in order to get this population of dimension, right? So the idea here for analytic data model, now if you have here, just let me very simple. Now, what is the most operations you're doing here in the relational model? Please help me out.
Insert and delete.
Can you come again?
Insert and select.
Yes, select is very lesser, mostly the DML. But see, when I say DML, select will not come. Insert, update, delete. Please Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
But what operations you do here? Sorry, what operation you do here?
It will be just select.
You basically talking about more a query. Query engine or performance for query and so many things, all about your data retrieval language, right? There's no DML. Are we doing DML here? Please help me out. You had this discussion yesterday. Are we doing DML here?
No.
What we doing it? Between here to here?
Load.
Perfectly fine. We have discussed there's a two kind of load. One is historical and
Incremental.
perfectly fine. Thank you. So basically, our operations is changed. Is it not the same operation we're doing in two different data model? Or are we doing a different data operations at all? Yes or no? Correct? Normalized data, what we do, mostly we do the DML activities. And from here to here, we do, so let me take this out here and I should put it back at the below. Am I clear, guys? Am I trying to make you understand? So I'm saying we have a group, we have a cat, and we have a product item. These all IDs and their, let's say, definitions, group definition, let's say group name, right? Category name and product name or item name. So are they there in the same table? Yes or no? Are they in same table?
Yes.
Yes, they are in table. In
Is the
product.
benefit? Why did you do this? What is the fun having all in the one table and what is not having fun if there's a different table? Please tell me the benefit.
Joins can be eliminated.
Perfectly fine. That's number one. Joins. Okay. What?
We can create index on a single table. It will be means the query will be faster.
You are correct. Anyhow, these tables are already having IDs. And here we do not create on these IDs index. We have something called surrogate key, which we'll talk about the next model, where we have for this next chapter, we'll talk about surrogate key, which is not the index key. Yeah, but you can do it individually with the index, but it's not needed here much. Okay, you can put the index in that case. What next? So you guys actually missing the base of these two different models. Why do we need relational model? Why do we need analytical model? That's my question. You understand the analytical model now. You understand relational, you guys already working in. But why do we need the analytical model? Why this dimension product is coming? Guys, please focus on that. Why do we need? Come on, help me out, guys.
We have to make data compact. Hello?
Yeah, can you come again?
We have to make data compact.
Data compact. Not exactly. What else comes in your mind? Anybody else?
The whole product table information is grouped into one table. So
Yeah.
any information can be easily available. It's from directly from one query.
Fine, that is the technical stuff. So let's talk about a business. Why do we need them? What is the purpose we should go for analytical model? That we can also do it here. I can join and get it, right? I can create one view.
We can create views or not views, create visuals where we can have traverse from one product to say its sub product, or in this case from one particular group to this. Like we can have like in one tabular format and also have visuals on that.
That you
Like,
can do it both. That's what I'm saying. You can do it from here also. Why exactly? What is the reason we are going for this kind of model? Okay, so let's take it another way. This is more like an operational data where you can good for insert, update, and delete. But here I'm saying it is more for a query engine or performance. Here the data volume would be very less, isn't it? But here it is a consolidated data. So you have a historical data and all incremental data load. So the volume here would be lesser and volume here is be bigger, number one. Number two, the purpose of having analytical model is you can go and do the analytical problem solve. So when you say I want to go and get my KPI calculation done, right? I want to go for a scorecarding. I want to go for metrics, right? I want to go for a dashboarding. So these all analytics stuffs cannot be done on this. Because number one, this data would be on online. First of all, the pop-up will be there, insert, update, delete will be there. And if you do a query on this, you may not get similar kind of data, because to do a KPI, you need to have all data at one place, which is its dimensions. So we have, going further, we'll talk about, there's a two different model in the analytical, which is called star schema and snowflake schema, which will use it in order to get my analytical. So when it comes to the analytical model here, you can see that it is only designed to support decision support system, which is known as business intelligence. You understand? You understand what is the purpose behind this analytical data model? Here is all about data entry, all about pushing the data. Am I clear? You're not making any decisions from here at all. Everybody. Is it making sense for you to understand?
yes, yes.
It is more of production data, more pushing a data, more generating a data. That's it. Coming to this analytical model, I want to do the analysis top of what the data is being generated so far or generating every day. In order to get the kind of analytics, do we need KPI? Do we need budgeted and actual? Come on, help me out. Yes or no? Do we need scorecarding, metric, download, dashboardings? Now these things can be possible not in the relational model, my dear friend. The biggest pain, as we are going to talk about, let's say a join. Now here you have 3 tables. You have to join, you have to do query. Even a view, we will do join query, and it is actually implicitly running, and you're getting data from 3 different tables. Here you have only single table. So this will be faster, definitely, because they're storing at one place. Now the other thing is you can create one biggest aspect of a reporting called hierarchy. Everybody know what is hierarchy is? Anybody? Do you remember yesterday? Year, quarter, month, day?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it not hierarchy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now come on, help me out. What hierarchy can create with the product? Come on. This is date hierarchy. What is the product hierarchy I can create? Come on, help me out quickly.
Group, category, and item.
Perfectly fine. Group, cat. Now, what is the use? This you cannot do here, number one. You cannot. You can do it from here. And what is the benefit now? Why are you doing this category number one? Do you remember yesterday's one? Anybody? What was the purpose doing this kind of hierarchies?
And drill up and drill down.
Yes, that is the analytical operations. But what was the funda? Why do we need that?
To create cubes.
Oh, that's again technical. Let's talk about a business. To see that
To
sales.
create scorecard.
Yeah, no, to see the sales. Basically, you are looking your sales, right, in a different angles.
Okay.
So am I using sales on a year basis, quarter basis, month basis, and daily basis? Yes or no? That's what we're looking at yesterday. So basically what you want to see them, you want to see your actual sales. Am I clear? So if I give you two things, I want to see by sales by date, or I want to see see sales by product. Is it also possible? Would you like to see them? Yes or no? Top 5 products. Am I clear?
Yes.
Is it logical? Yes or no? First of all, you let me know. What I'm saying is logical or no? Do we need that to be taken sales by product? So can I say Q1? Let's take very simple funda. 2022 and Q1 is today January. So let's talk about a Q1 and month is Jan and date would be 21. Guys, can you give me an idea that, okay, on 21, what are the products being sold? So if I talk about only this, am I consolidated on my date level? Guys, yes or no? Please help me out. If no product is there, is it summary for all the products? Please help me out. Understand this, because that's what the Power BI will also do. So if I see only one sales, let's say some number. Is it with all the products? Guys, please help me out.
Yes.
So if we do go for again bifurcation of the product, will the number remain same?
It
Definitely
will
no.
decrease. It will give you per product. data.
Yes. So this number may vary, because I say I want to see, now we have a group and category and item. So you may have group. Let's say I have a solid, I have a liquid, and have a gas. So if I get this number, if I go by only category, this will be divided by different numbers. So this has some different number. This has some different number. This has some different number. Am I guys clear what I'm saying? If I'm going for only this quarter, this month, and this day. Now, if I remove the day, it will show me all by January. So understand, are they linked together? Please help me out. Are my sales are linked by date and product dimensions?
Yes.
So is it not analytics we're doing? Is it not we're trying to understand? And you rightly mentioned slicing, deslicing, and definitely, hierarchy, grow up and go down, drilled up. So if you talk about group, then we'll have your category, then you'll have your actual items. So this is only feasible, sorry, from your analytical model, not from relational model. Make sense, guys? Clear? Not clear?
Yeah, just one question. In analytical model, we had created like ID for everything, like group ID and category ID as well as product ID.
Yes.
What if is it always the case that in analytical model there is an ID for every name, or can it be remain without an ID also, like every group or every category and every item?
Help me out one question. How do we create this hierarchy? This is the hierarchy I have, right?
Right.
Will you please create without hierarchy without ID?
True, you cannot, I guess.
So basically what is happening, my dear friend, here you had 3 different tables with the IDs. And if I join, you get the all details. So this is normalized. Normalized is putting multiple entity. The data has to be in different pieces. Where I say denormalize, please combine all the data in one product dimension, right? So product dimension is actually taking all the IDs. Have I written somewhere? Yes, I did. See that? Group ID, group name, customer ID, customer name. So if I create an hierarchy, can I achieve the same what we needed? Please help me out. So group will have group ID, category will have category ID, and item will have item ID. Can I create a hierarchy? Please help me out.
Yes, you can, but that hierarchy, like this particular group is containing which category ID, which item ID, that listing and that categorization is done.
This is what we're normalizing. So there would be duplicate data. Don't worry. So when we're coming to the dimension, where is the dimension? Yeah, dimension product.
Yeah.
So how it's going to look like? Let's see like that. So we have product group ID, product group description. Let's say group, product cat ID, product cat group description. Am I clear what I'm saying? That
product, what is description means over here?
Name.
Okay, name.
If you want, I can put it name. So description is normally we put it as a little officially we'll say.
Okay.
And product item ID, product item name. Am I duplicating? Tell me.
Yes, you would be right.
Yes.
Definitely.
Because only thing is changing is your item and this.
Yes.
So group 101, let's say I'm saying it's let's say it's solid. Category I'm saying I'm talking about mobile. So mobile ID. So I can say this is mobile. So mobile, now when I say mobile, I can, let's talk about electronics, sorry. So it may be E01. Now, when it comes to here, I'll say mobile, M01. So can I have the similar thing for the next?
Yes. So this is what is you're storing in dimension product table, right?
Perfectly fine.
Okay.
Perfectly fine. This is how I'm going to look like. So can you see the hierarchy? If I create, can I take that solid will have two. Electronic is one category where that we have two items. Now, if I get the sales of mobile and tab, which falls in the same electronics, right? And that's what the hierarchy you're creating here.
Okay, got it.
Make sense?
Yes, because I was not getting this view, no? That's why.
No worries. I'm there to help you also. Yeah. Anybody else? Please ask question in order to get you clarity. All well, guys? No questions? Jagriti, where are you? Questions coming? Are you there?
Yes, I'm there, Bhushan.
You didn't ask any question.
Yeah, sure.
I know I'm not teaching well, but please let me know.
Hello,
Okay.
Hello,
So,
Indra.
yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, if we don't have ID, then how we should tackle this?
If you don't have an ID,
Yeah.
in production, you have an ID, right? This data I'm not generating. I'm just pushing it from production, isn't it? That means your production data doesn't have primary key and foreign key relationship.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm loading it. No, Baba, I'm getting from your production only. मैं कहीं और से नहीं ला रहा हूँ. ये आपका production का data है. Only you're doing analysis here, my dear friend. So your production data is generating every day, no? If your production data does not have an ID, then there's another opportunity. You can generate the ID, right? So there's something called mapping table. Then आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Then you have a production data. I'll help you out. Production item or a product. Create a mapping table, and then you generate an ID. So let's say here's only written production name. Let's say mobile. So you create an ID here. Let's say mobile and ID is 1. And then you pass this. So it's like a false ID, which is nothing in production, but in order to get your analysis done, you have to maintain this ID. Now this table is called mapping table. Am I clear, guys?
Yes. Okay.
I'll tell you where it's needed. Have you ever come across your manager has, let's say Gopal has 3 employees right now with him in this training. So if I asked my Gopal to create a kind of a hierarchy, how many employees under him? So can I create one mapping table which will have only 2 things, manager ID and employee ID? Can I do that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now this manager ID is also employee ID, right?
Yes.
But here, can I creating a kind of a mapping that which manager is reporting? So maybe Gopal is also reporting to somebody, no? Correct?
Correct.
So we can create an org chart, which is a mapping table. And in this happens on the case of, let me tell you, I'm answering you the best important part, which you should never, always think over it, always get into it. It always needed when it is a many-to-many relationship. We'll talk about, relationship more. What is this many-to-many, one-to-many? I hope you guys know a little bit. So when you have, let's say you have product and invoice. Is it many-to-many relationship? Yes or no? One product to one invoice. One product can have multiple invoices. One invoice can have multiple product. Everybody agreed?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So basically, analytical database is read-only system. Typically stores the production and operational historical data on business KPI matrix, such as sales performance, inventory levels, and production benchmarking. Right? End users such as analytics, corporate executives can run queries and reports against the analytical database to see the actual performance KPI of historical data, or maybe predictive modeling as well, right? Stored in data warehouse or data mart. So they would be changed into relational model. They would be changed into analytical model. The most important part is analytical model is only read only. Remember that yesterday we had some discussion for write back. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So you may said, Indra, you said only read. Why are you saying writing back? So that's very fairly very less occasion. Not everybody does it in industry, right? Also too risky, and it has to go by a lot of approvals from the management. It is a management risk. And when the auditing happens, don't ask me what happens then. Then we have to hide those tables, right? We have to show them only views. So auditing people will come and check where this data is coming in. Anyway, so coming to the comparisons of two different model. So we talk about relational model and warehouse, which is an overlap. So
Indra, can you also explain this just in very short brief, like what is 3NF, 2NF, and 4NF?
Yeah, we have a completely data normalization, so don't worry. 1NF, 3, we have complete sections. So that's the reason that these are all basics I've put it in. So we have, give me a second. Yes, data modeling is there. So we'll talk about here, right?
Okay.
So I have taken all the basics before you go to the BI. It will help you everybody, because that's very important because tomorrow you'll never get a chance to do that. Honestly, when you're in production and you're working, you never had a chance to go and see and learn. I know everything's available in YouTube, but nobody has the time, to be very honest. Anyway, coming back to the point, here the data is involved day-to-day processing, right? It doesn't mean it does not have historical data. It is, but we don't do a kind of reporting of the production at all, right? In order to shut down my production or slow down my production, we would not. So we have a data warehouse, which involves a lot of historical data, right? Mostly we talk about historical data. I'm not interested how many sales happens a day. Are you guys interested in knowing this? How many sales happening today? Does it really make you sense out of any decisions? Does it make sense if I give you, okay, 4 quarter was it happen and what is the current quarter status? Come on, help me out. Please correct me if I'm wrong somewhere. You have to correct me. If I'm giving you a status of 4 quarter last year, 2021, and give you the quarter 1 current year, there's something called YTD. How many guys being aware YTD, year to date?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Yeah, even I am aware.
I'm not getting too much of questions and response. Please be more interactive, man. Please, I have my humble request. Ask more question. If you know, please let me know. Okay, YTD. Guys, please help me out. Lady, you guys have to tell me what is YTD. So I have told you that 221. I'll give you Q1. Q2,
Year to day of a particular sales product or group.
So am I saying wrong or am I saying right? Should I give you YTM? Should I give you YTD? Should I give you YTQ? What do I do? You tell me, am I wrong? Am I right? Actually, I'm wrong, to be very honest. You have to correct me. If I'm talking about this, sorry, and I need 2022 Q1 data, which is January is still going on, right? Feb, March is still there, right?
Seems
Yes.
it's year to quarter, right?
Am I not wrong? YTD or YTQ,
So
YTM?
YTQ, no? Year to
Yes.
quarter.
Yes.
Sure.
That is what I'm expecting. I'm saying you're wrong. Correct me. So I don't need YTD. It is a daily data. Why should I need a daily data? If I give you, boss, last quarter you did, let's say 200, then you said 250, then 310, or then actually 400. Now here currently you have only 120. Now can I compare? Still not completed, my dear friend. Still, see, are we not very good here? Can you see? Can you see? Come on, help me out. It is only January here.
Yes, very good.
Are we good? Excellent. I'll tell you here, you got more than 200, 300% is growth right now. This is 3 months. Guys, please start doing KRA and discussions. Please open your calculator all the time, because now you're going to a Power BI and you have to do this. 200, right? So let me take it 200 for 3 months, divide by 3, which is 63, right? So 63 into 3. See, 300% for a month. Come on, help me out. Am I correct? Gopal sir, am I correct?
Yeah, looks like, yep.
Looks
correct.
Okay.
See,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
February period.
We're missing your voice, Gopal, in between. Please repeat that.
Yeah, it from the figures now it looks good.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm asking. Not exactly. This is just like, understanding point of view. So guys, you have to understand in your reporting. I'll tell you when I'm talking to the current customer, even after yesterday's discussion with you guys, I had a discussion with my client. He said, I need Indra YTD data on my quarter level. I said, what are you talking about? Are you not saying something nonsense? Customer says, what are you saying? I'm like, yes. आपको yearly data, quarterly data के साथ कैसे match कर सकता हूँ? Oh, said, yes, sorry, Indra, I was wrong actually. I was supposed to say year to YTQ. So yesterday he did that with me and I caught him. So if I have a Q data, I should not get a data in D. Right? Ladies, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now who uses the data of your model? Which kind of data are being using? So OLTP like a clerk like me who going and talking and writing the purchase of yours. Barcode is there. I'm putting a barcode and getting the prices. So there would be counter clerk, there would be database administrator and database professionals, right? Whereas an old app, people like executive managers, they want to take a decision, right? Do you think a clerk can make decisions?
No.
Sure. But manager can, right? Because clerk are generating individual transaction. He does not have a bigger picture, bigger view. Yes or no? If he has, he can make a decision, but manager has, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. So useful for running business. If your database is down, you cannot run your business. And useful for analytical in analyzing the business. So there's a two different concepts altogether. Based on entity relationship model, based on star, snowflake, and facts constellation schema. So we'll talk about a little more in these. What is star schema, what is snowflake, and so on. Now, telling you very frankly, you guys have to know this. There's no alternative. If you don't understand this, in Power BI, people will talk to you, especially client come and talk to you. Okay, I don't want to normalize data. Give me denormalized data, summary data, historical data, delta data. They'll talk about all jargon and you'll be saying, what? I never heard these names. So it's better put focus now, understand, do a lot of discussions with me so that when you go to the floor, you understand what the customers need. Guys, agree with me? How many guys does not agree with me? How many guys does not agree?
Do agree.
Okay. Current data, historical data, as you know, provides primitive and highly detailed data. Here is more summary data. Is it correct? If my understanding is, I think this is wrong. What do you think? Highly detailed data or provide a summary consolidated data. Is it not wrong? I think it's wrong.
Why
Anybody?
it's so? No, it's
Seems
correct.
to be right.
Think over a little more. Just a little more deeper. What you thought? Those transaction data, my dear friends, they're in data warehouse. Yes or no?
Yes, there are. But
Provides, it's like it provides summarized consolidated data, yes, but they have detailed data.
yes,
Daily incremental data you're loading, my dear friend.
correct.
Your dashboard needed a summary data, but don't you have a transaction data? You will come back and say, Indra, I need a detailed data yesterday's sales. Can you give it to me? Now you don't need it as a manager, but your area manager is doing goofing up. Is not working hard. So you'll go in salesperson and see what is the details he did for one person. Can I? So you remember yesterday I shown you sales by employee. Did I?
Yes.
Can I go in the end level of data? Can I see all my details on a particular day for particular area, particular employees? What all product did he sell and what is the total sales he did for a day? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why? If you're talking about summary, then I should not have. So what we're talking about? We're talking about the lowest granularity of your data. It provides a summary in consolidated data, pivot table or summary table, whatever it may call it, KPI, but actually it has the detailed data. That's why it's more bigger now in size. It contains historical plus current data. Yes? Agree?
Why a DWS will not have detailed data? All that. Why are we not capturing the transaction data in DWS?
DWH has transaction data, but your summary, what you're saying, it is happening on your Power BI level, or you have a procedures which writing a summary for you. It has the same data. Only the way you're writing is relational knowledge is more analytical. Am I clear?
Okay.
So same data what you saw here in product will have the same data here also, and even the sales. But the way of writing is different, and this is again a third normal form. Did I mention somewhere? I think I did. Yes, see that. It has a third normal form, lowest granularity. But what I'm saying is the summary and KPI, you are doing it top of the data. Am I clear? So you have both data. You have detailed data and you have a summary data. Why do we need them? It's very important because if you want to do and see the granular stuffs, you would go ahead and see in the report. Will your customer come back and says, hey Gopal, give me a one detailed report. I don't need a summary report. Or it is better you can create a hierarchy and one same report can go up to the detail. Which one is better?
Hierarchy. Obvious.
Right. So that means hierarchy should have a detailed data, no? So if you see this, where is my data hierarchy? Here. So what is the last we have? Where is my year? Yeah, here. What is the last data?
Date.
So what exactly data should I give you? What is the level I'm giving you? If I give you only one yearly
Sales
data.
happening on a particular day.
Correct. If I give you 22 for data, one record, will you go and achieve this? Can you give me a day level data?
No.
Will you? If you give me only yearly data, if I give you only yearly data, can you achieve me a quarter month as well?
You can drill down to quarter.
How? I'm giving you only yearly data.
Only okay.
I'm giving you this 2022 ka data and 2021 ka data. Now you tell me.
No, there is no quarter, then no.
So I'm giving you yearly data. That means you are highest granularity. Yes or no? If I give you the lowest, which is a day granularity, can I go and create month, quarter? I can also go and create a week as well. Am I? Isn't it?
Yes.
This summarized to week summarized to month summarized to quarter, and then year. You understand? So
Right.
you have. So when I load the data, what do you think? Should I load the daily data or should I give you yearly data from production?
Daily data.
Perfectly fine. So you have your detailed data, isn't it? Agree? कोई agree नहीं कर रहा है यार.
Yes,
Agreed,
yes.
agreed.
इतना मेहनत करने के बाद भी. Okay. Anyway, guys, you are actually understanding the concepts. Very important. It is not going to be repeated again. Okay. It is only the recording you have to go through.
You also mentioned some other terms along with YTD, something TQT. I mean,
Okay.
below, which does it refer to time or something?
So
Even day has further granular to particular time of the day.
yeah. So basically, what we're saying is, if you have, so when you're pushing a data, your sales happening on a daily level, right?
Right.
So you'll be pushing data on a daily level only, no? Now, if you have a daily data, I can summarize to week, right? I can summarize to month, I can summarize to quarter and a year. And how you want to show on the report is up to you. There would be hierarchy. So yesterday I was showing you the report, right? Year, quarter, month. Did you see that? Do you remember yesterday's?
Yes, yes.
That's what. Okay, coming to the other one here. Yes, you have YTD, year to date, year to month, right? Year to quarter. So this will happen. It will start from 1st January.
What is TYD?
This is wrong. Year to date. Quarter, month, date. So let's say you're running today. What is the date? We have a 21st of January, right? So I can see since this year start, what is the sales today? Do you know running total? We speak yesterday, right? We already spoken about that. Running total. So what is happening? So 21st is today. Can I get my total data? If you summarize 21 of data, I can get the total data. But running total can tell you what was the first day, what is the second day, what is the third day, what is the fourth day. Am I clear?
Okay.
So there would be a report. For example, there's a RBI or any banks, they would be needing your daily transaction or daily sales. How many saving account you did per day? How many saving account you opened for a month? So there's a two report. One is a daily report, right? First day I've gone for 22. Second day I gone for maybe 20. So this is the daily report. Now there's another report which is a month to date. I'll take over a January month, right? So it starts from 1. The same report will have little different. So here it'll also say the total is how much? 22 plus 20. But it will do what? Till the day you're running the report. Am I clear, guys? The current date.
That's your running total then.
Yeah. Currently your current date, which are you running? Till that date, will show you all your MTD. The same month. Am I clear? So today is 21. I get to know what is my total sales. Total opening of my saving account. Am I clear? I can see daily and what is my total standing. Sounds
Okay.
good?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We were there. Yes.
Just one in that you can go to that. So what you will be seeing that on first day you are seeing 22 sales, and second day you will be seeing 42, right? Not the number 20, correct?
Okay. Having said
I
that,
mean,
if you talk about a daily, this is a running total. Running total. So running total is basically how much?
it's 42. So okay.
And let me take it to upper here. What is the running total here? Tell me.
Okay, it's 22 itself.
So where you stand? So if, let's talk about these two records. What is the total saving account opened in 2 days?
Sorry.
What is the total saving account you opened in 2 days? 22 plus 20.
Yeah, it will be from 42.
42. So here you not have to go and ask people, or not, neither you have to do any calculation. I can see second day what is the last value.
Okay.
Correct?
Right.
And if you go daily, you can have, so we have two breakup. Now this is called year to, MTD. Am I clear? It is not MTD. Daily, whatever date you have a status on. Clear? So let me tell you, these records are very important, and I would suggest people who are not aware, I would probably say year to date meaning. So there will be a complete, period between the first day of the calendar and the current date. Can you see that, guys? Is that what we're talking about? Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Please take a look. This is very important. And let me tell you, when you go to show your measures, especially marketing team are interested in year to date, YTD. You know why? Because they will be budgeted for them. And they want to see where we stand today.
Just one question, Indra. Say this in year to date, in this case, like we are saying, it starts from 1st January till 31st December, right?
21st.
Sorry?
21st. Today's 21st.
Yeah. But I'm saying, say if I want to change that from, say I want to change see by financial year, so how can I achieve that?
Yeah. The input you can give, you can change it, no issue. YTD is just method. So you putting a value yourself, right? You can use current date, or you can pass a date.
No.
Right? You can pass financial year. You very much understand. So if you have historical data, my friend, that is the date you're passing. No, 2021. So when you say 2021 or 2022, till here will give you data.
So does Power BI has that option of selecting financial year?
Power BI, it is your modeling. It is your modeling. Power BI will only display.
Okay.
Yeah, YTD आपको बनाना पड़ेगा. Calculation you have to do it.
Okay.
That's where the DAX comes, no? That's where the calculation comes. Okay, which you're gonna tell you. So Power BI also has a function. So we'll talk about little later, but Power BI. See? Can you see that?
Yes.
You got the answer?
Okay.
Okay, good, sir. So hey guys, are you really understanding the concepts? Because it's not that I'm just reading out and telling you, I'm giving you the business cases. I hope you mean, pointing them and understanding them. Quickly give me your understanding. Are we on the same page? Not same page? What is that? Guys, come on, I'm waiting for the responses. Too late today. I don't know, somewhere. Jagrati, Michelle. Looks like people haven't had a breakfast yet, huh? Come on, speak up. Rohit,
Yes, we are getting it, Bhushan.
but no question coming out. Today we have less people. Gopal, why is it less people today?
No, everyone has joined actually.
Sure.
Yes.
More people. See, me and Lakshmi removed 2 people. Then we have only 9.
Vidya was, she has joined from 2 devices yesterday. Today also she has joined for 2 devices.
Yeah. But
Ashmina, he has not joined today. Ashmina.
okay, I see. I'm very bad in the memory. Cool. So Tejash, Rohit, Vidya.
Yes, understood.
Yeah, no questions coming, man. See, there's 2 things happens. Either everything goes away from your mind or you understood everything. So where you stand? Okay, I grant that you guys knowing it. Please. So definitely data volume will grow if it is a warehouse. So currently I'm working for one of the big data project, which is one of India's, the world's largest, I would say laptop manufacturing, which the company I'm working for, and they're also my customer. And we're gonna talk about a Hadoop migration for 50 petabytes. And 50 petabytes on my shoulder. They're actually looking at me to do that. So we're doing a migration from one Hadoop to another Hadoop. So that's I'm telling you how the data is 50 petabytes. That's my biggest in my life. I never seen that. Okay, you may not be having this much of data, right, Gopal?
No, we don't have data.
Data nahi hoga aapke paas. But
We
since
have in TBs. We have in TBs.
TBs, terabytes.
terabytes.
Okay. But I think NSC started in 2000. No, NSC started in 2001 or 2005, I believe, right? When they started. If they start from there, then it will be huge data. By the way, I'm the one who started my career with NSC terminal. Being an MCA guy, I have done the share booking up plus and minus. So I seen NSC terminal. So where it was earlier 9 to 3 or 1 o'clock, 9 to 1, kuch aisa tha. Now they've increased it.
Yes, it was previously till 12:30.
Auction day भी होता है ना आपका, auction day करके कुछ day होता है, separate days, right? They are after trading once the cycle.
Yeah, after trading hours. No, I think this happens today early in the morning now.
Thursday होता है ना, अभी change हो गया.
Yeah, it happens early in the morning.
That was my first thing when I was completing my MCA, and I did not got any job to start with. Somebody says, "Why don't you do this?" I said, "Fine." Then I have developed a back office system called Magic. So the data comes from you, right? With the customers, I do that reporting for them. Okay. So high performance, yes, OLTP like Oracle server engines are very popular. You saw that Oracle is number 1 in the world for the database. And definitely OLAP is more flexible rather than having more performance.
But these days, people are moving out from Oracle, from RDBMS to.
No, you cannot. How are your transaction you'll do, my dear friend? Your bank?
No, not only.
Only reportings. You're correct. Reportings, you're fine. Reporting people are moving to MongoDB, Cassandra, HBase, NoSQL, right? Reporting is fine. Hadoop comes in place, AWS, Azure coming in place. But transaction, no way. You cannot rid of Exadata, you cannot rid of Oracle, SQL Server, and Teradata. These are the father of the databases. You cannot come out. You have to have your production running, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Number of record access in tens, where the number of record access in millions. So you understand the differences. Right, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now let's understand what is data warehouse and what is data mart. Now you understood so far what is OLTP, relational model, and what is OLAP versus what is your analytical model. Now within analytical into data warehousing, do you remember 2 things yesterday when we discussed? Who was 2 of the guy we discussed for? Please help me out. Yesterday we were having 2 scientists definition and we had a discussion with. How many guys remember? Questions.
Inmon
and
Kimball.
ये सही है, join करके बोल दिया, ठीक है. Okay, so you have Inmon and Kimball. So Inmon and Kimball, if you see, which one is the Inmon and which is the Kimball? Here.
One is data warehouse and the other one is data mart.
Which one? Name it, no?
Kimball.
Kimball is what? Data mart or data warehouse?
Data mart.
Perfect. So basically one is enterprise, one is department. So very simple. The size of the data warehouse and data mart is simple. Then what do you think? Why do we need them? So the differences are very, very popular. Data warehouse, data mart, enterprise level, department level, multiple subject oriented. These are fine, but give us a kind of a business logic behind them. So every definition will have 2 aspects. One is a business aspect, one is a technology aspect. So you have to look for both aspects. And trust me, if you know more business, less technology, you can stay back in the job. If you say only technology, less in business, you may lose your job. Because customer does not like technology, they like business. If you go and talk to their terminology and languages, they'll be very happy and they'll give you a job. If you say, no, I cannot create primary key, your data is not there, this is what hell are you talking about? We don't know what is primary key. So please understand first business, then technologies. That's what my feedback for you guys. So let me tell you, given a chance to your stock exchange right now, NSE, which one you go and do that? Want to help me out? Gopal, please help me out.
Complete the data. You should have the complete picture. So it should be better to go with the data warehouse concept on the inbound side.
Okay, there's a drawback also, no?
Yeah, there is a drawback. Like it will take a long time
No?
to build it because
Then who can make a decision? It is not that only your manager can make a decision. It cannot be taken.
Yes.
by you. It is a leadership decision by CEOs, CTOs.
Right.
But this data mart, I think you guys on a department level, you can take it, decide. You can decide the data approach. And it's very lesser. Also, Gopal, this is one you're saying from a strategic and tactical level. But how about your business user? If he's come and rushing every day and they're calling you and shouting on you, Gopal, I need this report. Where is the report? When you're giving this report, then what do you do?
It will be data mart.
Yeah, so mostly people are going on data mart, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
I worked only in 3 projects in my career in last 20 years. Out of 15 years of data warehousing and 10 years in big data. In 22 years of my career, I worked in only large 3 data warehouse, bigger enterprise level. Trust me. And now I'm working for one of the company and this enterprise data warehouse we're migrating from one to another. So I would not say it is not happening in the market but trust me, I have only 3 in my career in 20 years. Because people don't have time. Do you think your clients or end user can wait for another 1 year to develop and give the reportings? Do you think so?
No, not that much. Basically, it's we lose on the go-to market then.
Yeah, so the go-to-market is basically the data mart. Power BI is self BI. Why the Power BI is self BI? Earlier was IBM Cognos, MicroStrategy, right? They are being no more in market. SAP BO, they're still there, but not exactly available. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, guys. So basically, cut to cut, we are looking for an operational report or whatever reports in, but very fast. And for that, we should go for
Data mart.
Okay. So team, are you guys getting it? The BA guys, everybody, Harshal, Teja. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not getting responses. You be quick, man. Okay, cool. Now we have something called dependent data mart and we have something called independent data mart. Okay. So when you say dependent data mart, that first of all, let's say you have a company and company has one enterprise data warehouse, which is already there. And you have to take data from your enterprise data warehouse in order to create your data mart. Am I clear?
Yes.
That is what you have a dependent. Do you have a dependency on your warehouse? If data is not populated, you may not have a data here. Everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Now we have something called independent. So there's no data warehouse in between here. See, there's no data warehouse. You're directly pushing data. So which one you think is more better and why?
Both have different use cases. Independent will be like it will be faster to develop.
Mhm.
It's more independent means we have more control on the data what we are going to feed. And dependent means like we can go to the other data marts if you want. We can do slicing and dicing the things activities.
So basically, the first business case, if you already have warehouse, enterprise warehouse, not only warehouse, then there's no option. You can't boycott. Then this is here, my dear friend, you are pulling the data. Am I correct? There's a concept of ETL, pull and push.
Yeah.
Very important.
So it's a two-step process.
Yeah. So two-step is fine, but this warehouse, you're not responsible to update, isn't it? The different department, they're already doing it for you. Correct?
Correct.
So there's a concept called, so you guys also know it is very important. ETL push, pull. Right? Please understand. So what is ETL pull and push? So here you're pushing or pulling? Come on, help me out, guys.
Pulling data.
Pulling data. Here,
Pushing.
pushing data. So
We are pushing the data.
pulling, you are working more hard than pushing. Tell me. Yes or no? Here you have a security, tight security in your enterprise. There would be SSL, there would be VPN, blah, 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 within the company itself. Yes or no?
Yep.
There would be a lot of point of failures. POF, point of failures. Here, there's no point of failure. This is under your control. This is under company's control. So
now when we are pushing data in independent,
yeah.
then while pushing data into enterprise, won't there be some controls?
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing it. So when it comes to a company which is an enterprise level, let's say your leadership says, I want reporting tool to be enterprise level and I want to get data at one. So today, what is happening? Every company are putting for every data into cloud, right?
Right.
So they want a centralized repository, isn't it? Right? Or a data center, maybe cloud or data center, mostly a cloud these days. So honestly speaking, for last 5 years or 7 years, I have not worked in data center at all. I'm working in cloud. So I've not seen people again putting money on the data center. They're actually putting data on the cloud. So they want to put data at one place. You are one of the resource, right? You are one of the, I would say, a client for them. There would be a couple of more departments, like you have a sales, marketing, and finance. Can you see 3 data marts coming out?
Yes.
Right? So they all are customers, isn't it?
Correct. Correct.
Now here you are taking a data only for sales, only for marketing, and only for finance. But those consolidated data is there. Now what capacity and control that you have on your data mart and your warehouse? So warehouse you would not have beyond the read. Am I clear?
Okay.
And also let me tell you, when you're going in ETL, a lot of time they won't give you read access. They can FTP the file. You know FTP, file transfer protocol.
Yes.
So they put the data into FTP folder. You go and read from there. So वो actually आपका वो भी pull है, but that is acting as a pushing, right? Here like this, you're getting file and pushing it directly. Fine, but again dependency. Till the time they don't push the file in FTP, you are nowhere to do this. Right?
Yes.
Guys, please ask me question because these are the things I've done for 20 years. So even I'm sleeping, I can talk about those things. So please be okay, aware, ask me different questions in data warehousing, BI, so that you'll be clear. The main motto is to make you clear before you go to Power BI. Okay.
No, I think Indra, I'm still not clear how pushing data is happening and
Okay, let me tell you how the pushing and pulling happens. So we have a database. You insert a data or you load a data, for example. So load a data from file. Okay.
Okay.
Pulling or pushing?
We are loading the data from file. This is pushing.
Pushing. Good. If I ask you, we have FTP folder where you have a file, then what will happen?
You're reading data from that file. So
Is
pulling.
it pulling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even not a lot of time, I'll tell you one environment is there. Let's say I have one database called sales, and that is an environment one. Let's say this is into Australia. And then I have, let's say in India, I have one database, which is sales analytics. Right. So if I get the data from, see, if I read data from here, if India reads data from Australia, it is pull or push?
Pull. Pull.
And if it is vice versa?
It will be push.
So if they are sending to you, it will be push, right? They are pushing your data directly. They are inserting data for you. Everybody clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Because this, when you go to the Power BI, you will be definitely talking to your Gopal. You must be having data warehousing team, right? ETL teams who load the data
Yes.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, we do have. Even Chinmay.
Yeah. They would definitely. You have to talk to them because you'll be creating a lot of data in reporting, and they will the one who give you the data, right?
Right.
So please understand these terminologies is very important for you in production.
Yep.
Okay, good. Now that's very important. This is the wonderful stuffs, and that's the one thing which you have to know. Data warehouse architecture. Right? Now you can see we have several sections. We have a data sources, staging area, warehouse, data mart, and users. So if you see, it has to go from left to right, never be right to left. Okay? It is bottom to top. It never be top to bottom. So what is the first section? Data sources.
Identify all the data sources, the format, profile it, and then put it in the staging area.
No, any data you in production, you're not cleaning anything. You're just reading them. We call ETL, extract, transform, and load. So right now you're taking data and putting it, dumping in one place. That's called staging area, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a warehouse. So that warehouse, okay, you guys have to explain me, Jakriti, Vidya, and Tejas. Take one of the topic, metadata, summary data, and raw data. Please be individual and just explain us. In warehouse, there's a three kind of a data is available. What is three kind of a data? Tejas, you take one.
Okay. Summary data.
Okay, go ahead, explain it.
So summary data, you can say that it's nothing but an aggregated data.
I want
Where-
a business case. I don't want a technical answer. I want a business case. Because if you don't understand business case, Power BI is going to be zero for you. You have to understand now or now onward. Give me one business case.
Okay. So let's take an example of the SBIG client where we get the premium, or the customers opt for a premium or for the claim, and it's like a transactional data. And if you want to show to the business user, it's not possible to show the transaction level data. So we aggregate or summarize the data on the basis of the requirements provided by the customer, and we display or visualize using the Power BI.
So that means you would your summaries you means aggregation, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you're doing aggregation. It may be in form of metrics or KPI, correct? Okay,
Yes,
good.
yes.
Makes sense.
Whatever the dimensions they want aggregate level, will aggregate and provide the sum part on the metrics.
Good, good. Vidya, please go ahead for metadata.
I think Vidya is not there. She left.
Okay. Okay. Jagruti, please go ahead for metadata.
Can I talk about raw data?
Yes, you are welcome. At least you talk.
Yeah, raw data is something which is uncleaned or unorganized data, or the data needs to be clean, and then
You know
which we
what?
need.
You're blaming to your production team. They'll kill you. You're saying that
No,
it's
but
not
we used to receive the
okay.
unclean data for
Yeah,
our.
there's a different fine to your production team, man. Raw data
No,
is
that actually that's true. They are getting lot of unclean data.
Yes.
लड़ाई करवा देगी तुम्हारा टीम में. It is not unclean, to be very honest. It's not like that. Jakriti, I'll just rephrase your statement. Do you mind?
Yeah, sure, you can.
It's actually uncooked data.
Correct. We can say that. Yeah.
I'll tell you very simple. If you go and a friend say, hey, the data is not clean. So there will be fight is definitely either fights to you or your manager where it is, because these guys also working, right? They may lose their job. What's he saying? The data is not clean. It is a production data. So you say it's uncooked data. So when I say uncooked data, basically you said whatever you wanted to say, but they're not offended, right? So it is a production data directly coming out from the operational databases, or a flat file, but it is uncooked because you want a summary data, right? Then you have to cook it. So it's only raw material, like rice and pulses are there for you. You need to cook your, definitely you have to cook your vegetables and the food.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Next time, be aware, huh? Your words can be get really fight.
Yeah.
Okay. How about metadata, Jakriti? Please understand. Just put a little bit more pressure on your mind. Think about. Okay, let me help you out. Can I?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, what's your full name? Tell me, what's your full name?
What's
What's your full name?
Jagruti Boir?
Okay. So, do you have first name and last name here?
Yeah.
That's a metadata.
Okay.
Knowing data about data, it's the metadata. So, in your case, you have a first name, last name, address 1, address 2, phone 1, phone 2, right? Which department you're working, who's your manager. So if you have to do some kind of your data, so we need to understand what structure I'm storing the data. Am I clear?
Yes.
So if I create an employee table, employee name, employee address, date of birth, date of birth, gender, everything will be there, right?
Correct. That is.
So those are basically what kind of data you would enter. You are aware, right? Let's say date of birth. I can't enter summary. She is very good in writing. Can I write there in date of birth? Tell me. If you have DOB, date of birth, you have to put in the date, right?
Yes.
So if I'm writing a comments, will that enter? They won't, right? It failed. So basically, metadata is data about the data. What kind of data you're storing into the database, it'll tell you. So now can you help understand what exactly here the metadata should be? Think over. So here the metadata would be, you said raw data, right? Uncooked data. Data would be what is the table name, where it's coming from, what is the database name, what is the IP address, what are the columns, what is the column name, what is the primary key, what is the foreign key, how's the relationship. Am I clear? These are detailed, right?
Yeah, right.
So your uncooked data coming to you, you should also know where this is number or detail or master data or relationship, a primary key, foreign key, how many columns in a table, how many total tables are there. You need this information for making your reports, yes or no? Tell me.
Yeah, right.
So that's called metadata.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
जागृति 10 रुपया एक्स्ट्रा चार्ज करूंगा. This is extra.
Okay.
बहुत मेहनत करना पड़ा है. Okay, guys, you understand? So we have staging area. So staging area we also call today's life. We talk about today in 2022. We call it data lake. It's a data lake actually. You're pushing everything in one go. So staging area is like a dumping area. Now staging area cannot be permanent. Let me ask a question. Gopal, question to you.
Yeah.
Data sources are operational. Right? You're doing NSE trading every day. 3 o'clock finishes. 5 o'clock you're pushing the data in staging area. Do you want to keep all entire data or daily data, historical data in a staging area? Yes or no?
Yes, yes. I would like to keep them.
Again, Gopal, please understand question. I'll again repeat that. Operational data, daily data coming to staging area. Would you like to keep in history?
History.
Yeah.
Not in history. I mean, we can do a cleanup after we have done our
It's the same data
total.
in the warehouse, no? Unless you do some massaging, cleaning data, not null, splitting, joining, right?
Right.
So maybe cleansing, data cleansing is happening there. So staging area, people normally they say truncate and insert or drop and insert, drop and create. You got my point?
Yeah.
You understood? Till the time data is there, I'll have a structure, but I can drop and insert. Right?
Yes.
So we
That's
do not
true.
keep historical data here. We keep historical data in your raw data into warehouse. Warehouse is there, no? It is only the dumping data. So you can see here, I have operational data, I have a flat file, I have a CSV, I have a Parquet file, I have a mobile data, I'll have a social media data, correct? So all my data, here it is only relational data, no social media data. Social media comes to NoSQL. We talk about only flat file, CSV or Excel, or your any relational databases like SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, Teradata. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
All production data never ever in history has the NoSQL data. Production data is always transaction data, which is relational in nature. Make sense? Okay. Coming to the next part, fourth part, data mart. Now you have a purchasing, sales, and inventory. It is dependent data mart, independent data mart. Question goes to Jakriti.
Indra, just one thing. What is data lake? When you're saying data source and data lake is the same thing, or
Data source, no, staging area. So today, see here, you're
data lake, data
only
lake.
relational data, right? Here in this structure, right? Today we call on big data industry. We have flat file, WhatsApp data, email data, right? Sensor data, right? Any unstructured data, any kind of data dumping in one place. That's called data lake. Okay.
Then what's the difference? Then still didn't get it.
Data here you have only structured data, so relational data.
Okay.
Right, either in flat file or in databases. There are WhatsApp data, social media data, Twitter data, fine, Facebook data, yes, audio, video, sensor. They all are NoSQL. I mean, they are unstructured data, right? Here you have only structured.
Right.
To cut short, incomplete,
Data lake is unstructured and your data source is structured, correct?
So if you talk about very simple, in the complete life or complete, let's say industry, we have three kind of data. One is relational, one is semi. So we talk about structured. Relational, we call it structured. Okay, structure, then we have a semi-structure, and they have unstructured. Now here you talk about a structured data. What structured data? You have databases or you have a CSV or Excel file, right? Which is XY, any table within a column and rows, right?
Yes.
You have rows and columns. Now this semi-structured, they are not, now here you have a permanent relationship. Correct? Here, it is not permanent relationship. They will have parent and child relationship. So have you ever heard XML?
Yes.
That's image structure.
Okay.
What is unstructured? Oh, everything. Audio, video, sensor data, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, right? Any media. So is it clear now?
Yeah. So data lake is pertaining to all the unstructured data.
Yeah, they all create here and you put everything that is actually data lake.
Okay.
Right? I would also suggest, since you asked this question, may I suggest you one thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Data warehouse versus data lake. Okay. Nothing wrong to see that.
Okay.
So there will be data lake versus here. Is there? Please go ahead and learn more.
Yeah, sure.
See here. Raw data, process data. Data lake is all raw data. Warehouse is a process data. Purpose not yet defined, currently in use. Data scientist, business professional. Fine. So there are a lot of things are there. You please go ahead and take one by one.
Okay.
Good that you asked a question. Thank you.
Can you drop that link on the chat box?
The current one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 50 rupees.
Okay, 60 rupees.
Okay. So you can write data. This I've given, right? Isn't it? Chat database ranking. Did I? I think yes, I did. So data warehouse versus data lake. I'll just take this and put it here. Okay, good. Gopal, are you there? Gopal sir, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, here.
How's things happening? Okay, so far? Interesting?
Yeah,
Good.
things are fine now.
But अपने बंदों
People
को
are learning.
push करो यार, अपने बंदों को push करो. They're not asking questions.
Jagruti has to answer this question.
Yeah. Jagriti, this question. What is the question, Jagriti?
You asked about data lake only, right?
My goodness. I'll die myself.
No, because
The question was, this data mart, purchasing, sales and inventory, are they dependent or independent data mart? Come on.
it's independent.
Oh no, come on.
Dependent.
No.
Jagriti, you need to have a breakfast. It is dependent. No, it's coming out from data warehouse. Are you directly loading data in the data mart?
No.
Is it not directly loading? This is indirectly, this is dependent data mart, isn't it? This is the same thing here. Yes or no? Two diagram. Can you see their similarity? Yes or no? You understood?
Yes.
Whereas this, it is not dependent on any data warehouse. Okay, I need to take your test. I understand. Written test lena hai mujhe. Okay, so the first thing is we have a source extraction layer. So when it comes to source extraction layer, you can see the first one. This is the layer we're talking about. Is basically all your production or operational data. Mostly, if you talk about today's life, would be your CSV file and Excel file, text file, and your databases connections. Make sense? Staging area is a temporary place where you can dump the data and do the cleansing and put it in the data warehouse. Right?
So the staging area will be having our incremental load.
Yeah.
And after the incremental load has been done, it will be processed into the data warehouse.
Yeah, so there's a two stage. One, putting in, so it's actually number of jobs, right? First job you're putting in the staging, and staging ke baad you have another job which do a cleaning and everything and put it in warehouse, right? So the moment you put it in warehouse, everything is fine, then you can finish it, or else you can do, when you're doing a staging area loading, you say truncate and load. So what will happen? If the data was there before, it will truncate and load the fresh data. Make sense?
Yes.
We normally do truncate and load. This is what we have been doing. Or I also do other things. There's something called on the fly data, staging area. On the fly, what happens? I don't have physical table at all. I put in memory, right? Load the data, I compress the data, put it in the memory, and push it in data, which is faster.
Okay.
These are all fundamental.
Instead of storing on disk, you're storing on memory.
Data virtualization, remember I told you, right? So I can use that. Warehouse, not even warehouse, directly to Mart. So I'll tell you how currently in the big data industry, what we do is we have something called raw data. We have a pure data. Raw layer, pure layer, curated layer. Sorry. So this is what we do in the big data industry in Azure and AWS. We have this, and then we have a final analytics layer. So analytics layer is actually so here you have, let's say S3, or you have ADLS, raw data. Then you do curation, cleansing and all, and you put it again, same here, and final data in a database, Redshift, or ZooSQL. Correct? And then you have a reporting tool.
Yes.
Fine. Cool. Next is presentation layer. So you saw you have a presentation layer here. This you have been having data mart, and you'll be presenting them as a user, which is analysis, reporting, and mining. So that's your presentation layer.
Indra, sorry, I didn't get that curated layer. What is curated in that case? In the example which you showed.
Here you dumping a raw data.
Correct.
No change.
Curated is staging in this case, or what?
Yeah. So I'll tell you. This is basically landing area, landing zone. There's no staging concepts here. Landing zone. This is cleansing zone. So for example, date format. Right? For example, KPI calculation. Correct? We do it here.
Okay.
Now, at the first, we don't do anything. A simple copy. We take a data from a source and dump it here. That's it. Only copy. No change. Not a single change. So we don't believe in ETL. We don't believe in ETL. We are doing ELT. Okay.
Okay.
So we are first extracting, loading. Am I loading first? And then I'm putting my transformation. Correct?
Correct.
This is faster. This is basically in data warehouse, and this is for a data lake. Clear, sir?
Okay. Got it.
So in data lake, we don't do ETL because see, with the data volume is so huge, I can't do a transformation. Right?
Okay. Okay.
I'm talking about terabytes and petabytes, sir. You do that. It will fail. So it's better I put it in first, we load the data, which is copy, simple copy. This can be audio file, video file, census data, any data in the world. And then according to my KPI, I do kind of cleaning and the calculations and put it in the another zone. So this is one. This is one. Let me talk about one. Then this is two. Then third, you have a database. So actual data warehouse, which is modern data warehouse. Why I say modern? Because it does not have a primary key and foreign key, same like data warehouse. Data lake, no constraints, no primary, no foreign.
Okay.
Right? Here, it's a modern data warehouse. We have to create relationship in a Power BI. You understand?
Yes. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. I hope I have answered your question.
Yes. So, but if when we create the relationship in Power BI, will not be compute intensive here.
No, it's only relationship, no computing. It is only compute. This relationship. Basically, Power BI
When we pull the data from the data lake, they don't have any relationship. The relationship is made on the Power BI. So data first has to come to Power BI, and then we have to establish the relationship.
Yeah. So before you have done your data copy, and here this is very important, my dear friend. This is what you're doing. You cleansing, you making data in a proper way. You doing calculation, summary table, everything's here.
This we are doing it outside Power BI. I mean, the analytical tool, or would it be like from?
This is a data factory, or we have a glue, any tool. This is the ETL tool.
Okay.
This is done by ETL tool and putting finally. You will start from here. You're reading from the Azure data warehouse.
Right.
I'll show you my couple of architecture which I've done. Then it'll make it clear. So
Yes.
if you can, guys, can help me out. If you can remind me to show you my current data warehousing. I mean, no, sorry, big data project. Then I can help you understand. If you want to see them, this is something extra.
Yeah, it will help.
Yes, let me know. I'll show you sometime.
Yeah.
So
That
I'm
would
the
be great.
architect currently for a 3 project. So I've been doing the same things for all these 3 projects. Okay. Presentation layer, metadata layer. So metadata layer we spoke. Jagrati, can you please read it out for me if you really understood this?
Metadata is relatable data. I mean, the data which is giving information of another data.
So example?
For example, like you said about employee name with the employee manager, and then reporting manager, and
Yeah, that is the data, Baba. Metadata.
no. So if there is a data about an employee,
What
and
kind of data it is?
yeah,
What kind of data it is, correct? So
didn't
how,
get you.
which kind of data will be? Employee will have what kind of data? So how do you figure out a metadata? Give me one example.
Like I said, employee name with the reporting manager. So
Okay.
that is the metadata.
No, that's data.
Let me.
Column would be your metadata. Employee ID, varchar,
Yeah.
employee name, varchar, not null, right? Manager ID, varchar. So those are things.
Jagrati, you can look at the table structure. So that will be one of the metadata. Then your relationships, how the relationships you are identifying, primary key, foreign keys. When you look at the table structure, that becomes your metadata.
So I'll just give you example, metadata example. Give me a minute. So can you see that? Detail and schema. Schema is your table and everything. So I can I get some images? Yeah. See here. Can you see that?
Yes.
This is data, this is metadata. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Should I send you the link? You want me to send this link?
No.
Done. Okay. Cool. So then we have to go about, and now we talk about what kind of data warehouse architectures are there in the market. Good. So we are about to get important aspects of a different kind of a category, I would say. Within the metadata, what are the different type of metadata available? Okay. Now we're talking only metadata category. So Gopal, how's things okay so far? Will you go
Yeah,
for
things are fine.
now, or I just want to check how things are there. Please ask the relevant team members. Are they okay? Rajesh, Rohit, Tejas, Harshal, Chinmaya. I think we lost Vidya, right?
Yes, yes, Gopal.
Please let me know. Are you these things? What are we talking today? Is it something new for you? You being already aware, or how's that?
No, these are new things to me.
This is new for you, right? Rajesh, right? Who said?
Yes,
Rajesh.
Rajesh.
Okay. Asmina, you just joined, or you were there in the morning?
Actually, I joined late.
How late? I mean, 10 minutes, 1 hour, or how's that?
No. It's been, I think, half an hour. I joined at almost 9:30.
Okay, no worries. But did you saw the other, at least
Yes.
8:30 or 9:30?
9:30.
Oh, 9:30. Good.
Actually, I got fever, so I was.
Please take care. These days are very, very bad. Recently, we were in COVID.
Yes.
Yesterday only we
Yeah.
got. Please, you take some medicines and take a rest. You can go through the
Yes.
recording, nothing to worry. So don't take it too hard.
Yeah.
And Gopal, please give a chutti, huh? I'll tell you, Gopal, something is happening in my company. I've been there COVID for 2 weeks. And these guys, I was working 16, 18 hours a day. So yesterday, I talked to my vice president, if you tell me I'll go to Prime Minister, I have a valid 10 days chutti, which is from Government of India, and also 55,000 rupees of insurance. So these guys are giving me chutti here today, only half day. Working with non-COVID. Okay, Harshal. Harshal sir, are you there? Rohit, Tejas.
Yes, Indra, I understood.
Okay. Is something is important you feel like in this session from the beginning, or nothing? You got something new or something like that?
Like major of the topics were new for me, but the concept like data lake and
Okay.
those I knew.
Something new for you. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Jagriti, how would you think? What do you think?
Yeah, the topics are new and I'm trying to understanding.
Okay.
Bhushan, I think it will.
Go ahead.
I think it will take some time for them to digest.
Yeah. So that's what I'll give this presentation as well. And they will have a recording, so they have to go through it. At least I'm trying to understand whether something is coming in their mind or completely going out of track, or just trying to understand. We should not, whatever time you're putting has to be very, very productive. That is what I'm trying to understand. Okay, no worries. So Gopal, let's have a break and come back with the break and we'll try to finish this session. That's what is very important now. Right?
We'll start from, okay, 10:20.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Stay tuned. Please be in mute, everybody. Thank you.
Everybody come back at 10:20, before 10:20. Okay.
Okay.
वो कुछ तो कर रहा है.
Hey guys, are you back?
I think we
Yes.
Everybody's back.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Hey. Good.
Vidya is was missing.
Who's missing?
We have Scrum call of our team, so she's leading that call. That's why she'll join in some time.
Okay, okay.
Jagrati is missing. Jagrati, you there?
No, I'm there.
Okay, good. So we did speak about the metadata. What is the metadata? Now let's talk about the different kind of categories are available for metadata as well. And those categories are business metadata, technical metadata, and operational metadata. So having said that, this is again categories very broadly. I don't think so we go for more deeper in terms of understanding a metadata, but yes, just to give you a fair idea what business data talks about. Business, if you run a project, you always be having, so your project will be having your spokes, there will be an owner of the projects, there will be, kind of a KRA, there will be policies, correct? So Gopal, when you start a project, what exactly you need a project document? Or maybe project related any information? Do you get that? Any project when you start?
We get the project charter, like what is the project all about, the scope of work, we can say. We get the scope of the work, and stores, and then what will be the sources we are going to identify, and lastly, what kind of reporting or the analytics processing we want to do.
Right, and what is the point of contact? Who will be the owner? What is the escalation path? What is the org chart? Who's the resource?
That we will be creating when we get this statement of work.
Those are not, that is not the project, but that is very important, right?
Yes.
That's called business metadata. Clear, everybody? Pages, everybody?
Yes.
That's a business metadata. So that metadata.
Indra, your voice is coming a bit low and from far.
Coming more far and bit low.
Yeah, in between.
I'll off my Bluetooth. I'm actually talking to Bluetooth thing. Where is my Bluetooth? Give me a second. I have not opened a Bluetooth. Yeah, it's fine. Audible, please just let me know. This is better because I have not started Bluetooth at all. It's the normal speaker. Okay, let me know if I'm audible to you guys.
Audible for me.
Okay. We're talking about business metadata. Now, those business metadata is not like, it's not a bottleneck to start a project, but without that, you will not even run the project. So you need to have a business metadata. So if you talk about, if people who have a banking experience or any capital, let's say you guys working in NSC, it's an Indian company, a company who from abroad and they have a branch in India like the banks. So any project will have two project managers. One project manager comes from a business who sponsored the project, who fund the project. They call, business project manager, and one project manager who executes the project management. You got my point? So there's a one project will have stakeholders and sponsors detail as well as the project's own organization chart. Clear?
Yeah.
If you guys work on the bigger project, that's how it works. Next is technical metadata, which is actually what you need and what you do. It's your name of the column, size, data type, foreign key, primary key, indexes, blah, blah, all technical stuffs, right? Now there's something called operational metadata. What is operational metadata? It consists the data for currency and data lineage. Okay, how many guys have worked or know about data lineage? Currency, everybody knows about it, right? I don't have to worry. I think, Gopal, you have only one India, right? You don't have an international, so there will be no other currency at all. Whatever you share in the rupees, right?
Yeah, mostly on rupees.
I'm working for Visa Facilities and Services, VFS. Have you heard that?
Yes.
Visa guys in India and Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. So they have more than 85 countries, and I have to work for 85 currencies in my data lake. And they're giving you daily kind of rates. Anyway, coming back to that, why I'm coming to this point is that's a currency specific. So your project may have a currency specific data, right? As the example which I've given. Now, what is data lineage? And I'm damn sure this is going to be a new word for you.
From where data is coming from, or from where which sources it goes before it actually arrives where it is supposed to be.
Okay, but not. It's like you've been coming with this quite a thin line of information. That is correct. But why do we need data lineage?
So I mean, if say if you are there are maybe data coming is from 3 data warehouses. So one Oracle, maybe then it is going to another data warehouse, and then finally it is coming to me. So if I know what data lineage is, then maybe it might help me to find out also as to where that issue might be, or where at what stage the data has got changed, or
yes, when you say data lineage, whatever you're getting it, that is the last point of your contact, right? Beyond that, it don't give you data lineage at all. So the last system which you're reading it, what is the purpose? Okay, you said how it works. This is the operational way of saying. Okay, I get to know from where the data is coming. What is the purpose? What is the greater use of data lineage?
I mean, maybe in our case, like you can know what data architecture we want to adopt, if at all we are adopting different data architecture. Like for us in our project, we had data coming in in the form of CSV files, but now that process might change for us. So it might be like we are connecting to different data warehouses.
That is not data lineage. That is a source system change.
Okay, and
okay, now let me tell you one thing. You are using trading data. Your tickers are there. Everybody knows the tickers, right? Because you guys been working. What do you call tickers? Or you call stocks? What do you call a security? What do you call it? Code?
This stocks only, tickers only.
Okay, because tickers is what I have been knowing it. So you have prices.
Ticker means you mean to mean the stock prices.
Yeah,
that's going up and down.
Stocks is actually ticker, the name of the stocks. We call tickers for that. So when we have prices and goes ups and downs, makes sense. So you're reading it from one table, which has start value or start price. I should not say start price, it's called open price, and closing price, correct? So you had 2 columns. One is start and one is closing at the table level. And you start loading the data and ETL and everything is happening. But you're saying, boss, I also want to say the start price, I don't want to write start price or opening price. Let's say I've written open price. Now I want to say make it an opening underscore price. Or maybe day opening price. You getting a point? You're changing the name of your column, isn't it? But the data is not changing. Correct?
Yep.
But your ETL does not know about this, isn't it? Will it be fail?
Yes, it will.
You made a database changes. This is a DB changes, right?
Right.
So your ETL, I mean the mapping which you make it has source and target. So it was looking for open price. Now it's a day opening price. So what you need to do? You need to do a, what you're supposed to be do? You will be doing metadata update, correct?
Yep.
Now when you do a metadata update, so in your table, in your mapping, now this DB opening price, I mean the opening price becomes day opening price. Clear?
Yes.
Now, having said that, now database is changed, ETL is changed. But if you want to know when that change happened, how the change happened, when it got updated, right? In order to get all your metadata history, they have lineage. That means they'll have a date and time when you update. Am I clear?
Okay.
So what was that before? Open price. Now you have, this was previous, this is the old, this is the new. But why do we need them? Do we really need them? Because my mapping is running. Do you think we need them?
Yes, we do need them because we want to identify what was the, if you want to go and change with the, means identify the day opening price from our historical records, maybe we will have to go back and check out what was the column name, previous column name, and then map it for our reporting purpose.
Excellent. So you need to have your data lineage. So basically it's saying metadata lineage. So lineage is very simple. It has parent and it has a child. So it has older data with new data. So what changes you done? I'm saying metadata, not the data changes, guys. Again, data lineage never talks about data changes. Guys, I'll be very honest, very clear. Data lineage talks about metadata changes. You can track from source to target, target to source, right? But you cannot do changes on your data. Fine?
Yeah. You mean we are changing the name of the columns, right?
Yes.
From previous, but not the actual data value.
No, you're not. Why should you go change the data? We are only changing the metadata, isn't it? Opening price to day opening price.
Yes.
So data lineage is going to track to you from source to target and target to source, or a complete mapping, how many times metadata being changed and why it's being changed, and they have all the details. So it carry out the older data with new data. It will have both the data, right? And that is why data lineage is important. Also, there's a nature of data. So for example, earlier I having data opening text, and I have some data opening remarks, which is asset 100 or 2000, what maybe the last price I'm putting here. But this is, I put it as a text. Now text, I can't do any calculation here, isn't it? So I have to make changes in your reporting or wherever you want. So then after what I've did, I have said, not remarks, I'll say some comments or figure comments, what do we call? Or maybe you have a running total, that may be reason. So forget about comment, let's talk about running. Day opening running total. So if you make changes from text to numeric now, or decimal, that also you should know, right? When did you do a text to decimal? So that is again a data lineage. Fine. Now you can put in a compute. You can do a data compute means a calculation. You can do that. Here there was no calculation. Now if decimals is there, I can do calculation. So is it impacting your ETL? Is it impacting your data? The answer is no. It will not, but it is helping you to know you because of data change. I can do the calculations, but I need to get my data lineage. Right?
So you're changing the column name as well as the data type, no, in this total decimal for.
So that's a data lineage, no? We're changing everything. Metadata
Yeah.
is
Yeah, can you just show us like where actually that metadata changes is that you share that metadata table example before the break, and where that actual change we are doing.
okay.
That
Sure,
we
sure.
want to see.
Metadata in database. Okay, so this is another product. I will not go for this. This is available. And go for images. Okay, can you see this?
Yes, we can. So this is the storing metadata about, like in this case, all the column names. So
yeah, so here whatever type, let's say department ID and all, this is all we have, right? Their column name, their data type, their constraints, and their also descriptions. So if you do changes here, not data, if you do change here, so basically table will have to override. There's no option of having history at all. You got my point? So if you make it, let's say employee ID was integer, you make the text here and you're writing alphanumeric data, or you put it at varchar. Now, when was it integer and when we made the changes, you'll never get to know.
this is overwriting the metadata. Okay. Yeah. And if like we need to have track like
Then the
when
data comes place. Data lineage, take this snapshot, keep it until today, until the changes happen.
okay.
So you can compare.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay.
Bhushan, is there any tool available to maintain this?
Lot of tools. Even give me a second.
Give me one or two names. That
Give me. Written Power BI should have data lineage. Power BI data lineage. Yes, they should be there. So if you talk about data lineage, especially all the ETL tool has it. Okay, Informatica, Talent. So if because that's from a data perspective. So if I talk about Informatica data lineage, can you see that? Fine. They have a data lineage guide also. Data lineage Informatica portal. You can see that. Pretty much. You will also have a Talent. Come on. What is data lineage and how it gets started with Talent? Can you see that? Most of the data ETL tools have that.
okay.
See, data lineage shows the original of data, describes the path, and shows how it arrives to the target. Use the data lineage to analyze data flow from troubles to data. So this is exactly what you said right now before. Somebody said, right? You can see from where to where data is coming. So the data lineage in Informatica is will tell you from where it is data is coming out. Because when you go for an Informatica map or mapping, it's going to be too big. There are a lot of transformations are there. So I'll just show you once so that you have a fair idea. In Informatica Model. Can you see this? Give me 1 minute, guys. Hey, sorry guys. So we were actually talking about data lineage. Fine. So if you can see, if you make a lot of changes in your data type and all, where it's been coming out, if you can see this bigger one, can you see that, guys? The mapping?
Yep.
This is Informatica mapping, source, this is sorting, this is, router, expression, filter. So you can see, you don't know from where to where data is coming, right? If it is target, this is the target, these are the targets. From here, it will give you data lineage till the back. I can show you here lineage. Oh, yes. I can talk about the mapping data lineage picture. It will come out from here. Okay. Let me show you this. Okay. You can see the red color here, my dear friends. See the red color?
Yes.
So what happens if we too much bigger transformations and you want to see them up? Fine. So see, you can hear. Can you see that? Select path backward. So this data, from where it is coming? From here, where it's coming from? It will also tell you which. So this is actually mapping till here. That's called data lineage, right? And if you change also, this data lineage will keep the data. So this is for Informatica data lineage. Everybody's clear? So it's all about metadata, nothing about data. Be careful. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So coming back to the situation here. So operational data. So why it is operational? Is it not operational? Think over. Currency changing and data lineage. Does it related to operations? Or it is related to technical, or it is related to business metadata? Anybody?
It is more technical.
No. It is not. Data lineage, first of all, it is not impacting a data. Is it impacting data?
No.
How can be technical then? Currency. I'm giving you a current, so I tell you the current project of mine. I am getting a visas, you know that Thomson router?
Yes.
Giving me a daily currency file to me, and the transaction, let's say I did transaction in Australia, or I did in India, or I did in US. So if I did something, let's say $100 here, 100 here, 100 rupees, and 100 US dollar. So they give me a daily, exchange rate. You understand?
Yeah.
We call exchange rate. This is what we write, exchange rate. Now this exchange rate, if I have to show my, let's say you have to give an opportunity to user, okay, in Power BI, how you want to show them? Do you want to see in USD, IND, INR, AUS? Have you ever saw that? There's a drop down, right? Couple of messages you must have seen. So
Yes,
your report is either in USD or INR or an AS. So what will happen? This value against INR, against my exchange rate, I need to calculate and show it on the screen.
Yep.
So everything is your exchange rate. Am I changing my data? Come on, help me out.
No data is changed.
My data. No, it cannot be technical. It is operational. Your operation requirement is that I need to see data in a different currencies, summary data.
Yeah, got it.
So that is why we kept in operation. Data lineage is not impacting you technically. Your ETL map is still running, my dear friend. Still you're getting reports. Guys, everybody understood this?
This would be like anything which we can convert, like any metric which is say in kilometers, and we are converting to meters.
Yeah. So conversion is it important? Is it impacting your data, physical data? That's my question.
No, it is not impacting.
What
it
you
is
can
just
do is you can have an extra column here, right? Calculated column or something. But the only problem is this is not fixed, my dear friend. I can give you drop down whatever is available. According to this, it will calculate and show you and display your measures. Right? Okay, guys, whatever I'm talking about, like measures, dimensions, calculations, these all are very much important when you go in Power BI. So measures is actually all numbers, guys, just to let you know. This is all numbers. Is that okay, guys? 0 to 9 measures. Go ahead.
Yeah, Indra, actually in our project also, there is one issue which we are facing. Like we have some measures like GWP, NWP, all some measures related to premium. Okay, so these values are there originally. What the requirement is that these values be either in terms of crores, lakhs, or thousands, or the complete value. But in Power BI, we are and also if we can have that CR and lakh and say whatever be being displayed so
Yes.
that user can see that. But when we were just checking, going through Power BI, just an overview basis, that we found that the only currency format which was available was in millions, billions, and trillions. So we have many such metrics, like say about 200 or 300 metrics are there. And we need to have those metrics display value in this like crores, lakhs, and
so I'll tell you, there's an opportunity in Power BI where you can go for auto, where you can go for kind of thousands, K, millions, right? Okay, because Power BI is being developed in US, so it is not having thousand and lakh, right?
Okay.
So they'll have a K, million, billion. You got my point? You remember yesterday I've shown you my presentation, which was showing in billions. Did you see that? Okay, give me a second. I'll open it and show it to you. Where is my reporting? White stores is, let's talk about white stores. So Power BI has an option. You can go ahead and change the look, or you want to take it. Then it can be auto, the actual numbers, right? For example, अगर मैं ये बोलता हूँ, fine. So it's like ones, tens, 100,000, right? 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh. This is actually 1.2 million, right? For example. So they'll show you like this. Lakhs nahi dikhega. It is not like a lakhs.
Okay, but say our user is like, since he's Indian customer only, then he wants all these 200 metrics to be displayed in this form. Then is there any way we can do it without creating a separate metric?
Create a DAX, or you can create a table. Put it into a table as a data. You got my point?
No.
There are a lot of freely this is available. Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I audible? I'm losing you.
My voice is not clear.
Audible.
Yeah, we missed you on that part. Means you were saying something on there are some things available on Power BI.
Yeah.
Where we can convert the values
I'll show
from.
you, right? I'm opening it now. It's taking time. It's opening it. I'll show you. So anyway, when we do the development, we'll definitely do this. Can you see here? Guys, can you see this?
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
Here is normal number. Here is. So if you can select this, and then probably I want to go and see what is the value. So what is the item I'm looking into? I would probably go ahead and talk about that. So this is how we're showing it. Data level, colors and all. We have a categories. So we'll tell you each in detail, whereas we can go ahead and give me a second. Watergraph. I will talk about borders, tooltips.
I think it was there in data label. It was showing auto and all that.
Can you see this here?
Yeah.
If I talk about thousands, show me the K.
Yeah, this is good, Indra, but we need also in lakhs and crores. So can we do that without?
What's available in internet? We have to download and we have to put them in the database as a column.
No, sorry, I'm not able to hear you. I think
Sometimes codes available. You can convert them in lakhs and put it in your. It's like you want a kind of a what's called. You simply want lakhs and thousands and 10 lakhs or 1 crores, right? Then
yeah, same thing. Just like in case of 1,000, it is showing K. We need L and CR for lakhs and
you have
crores.
to put either DAX program, DAX coding, or you have to go to the internet to find something. So there's an alternative available. Here, you will not. This is what is actually available because they are US now.
Okay. So it would be like I would be loading that data, whatever this data set is there, in that DAX function, and then it will be, and that output would be one which will be loading here, or how would it be, or this data?
So we'll have an output. So there's two ways. We can put it in the backend and display that, or else we can have to do calculation part. Okay. You let me know while end of the session or when we completing this Power BI. I may have to look and I'll help you out.
Yeah, because this is one of the things which we require in actually in our current project also. So
इसके लिए एक chocolate तो लूंगा sir.
गोपाल सर दे देंगे आपको कैडबरी रेडी है उनके पास.
So okay, now let's talk about the metadata is over. I believe it looks fine to us. And the most important part, we have something called cubes. Now, how many people are aware about cubes? If not, please do let me know what is cubes are.
I'm not aware.
Okay. Jagriti, Rajesh, Rohit, Chinmay, Tejas.
No, not aware.
Are these cubes same as we discussed yesterday?
What is that?
This cube same as the one we discussed yesterday?
Yes.
So Q1, Q2, that example which we had shared.
So what it happens, I think I've not discussed too much of detail, but yes, I have given you a fair idea. So let me tell you, I'll write data cube. So you can see here, this is what we're talking about a cube. Slice, dice, slice and dice we were talking about, remember that? So let's take, give me a second, which one should I take? Let's go for this. Can you see that? We have RO lab and MO lab. Then let's take this. So you have a product, you have a date, and you have a country, and then you have a business. You got my point? So we have one cube. Now, what is the cube? Cube is a processed data from data warehouse in the form of multi-dimensional data. Am I clear? So
yeah.
Looking at the picture, we have OLTP data, we have a warehouse data, we also have a data mart data. Now, when it comes to data mart, it has your dimensions, it has your fact table, isn't it? In order to get data, in order to get reporting, what we do, we create a cube. Now, cube is actually a kind of a small database only, but cubes has more OLAP in feature, online analytical processing in feature. So you can see that we're talking about OLAP cubes, right? Now, cubes is again a storage. So I have a question. If it's cube is a storage, do I need to process the data? Do I need to push the data?
No, you have to process and push the data.
Yes or no?
We have to process the data into cube.
Yeah, we have to push it. Cube is just like a format, multi-dimensional format. So data mart has the data. We'll have to push the data as a multi-dimensional format. So that means we also do incremental.
Yes, it will be also incremental.
Yes. So what is the benefit of having OLAP then? Why do we need OLAP? Why not a data mart then?
For all the dimension, everything is pre-calculated.
Yes.
So that means we don't have to do the calculation for each of the cells.
Yes. So the benefit out here, it's like a summary. All aggregation has been done and kept it in one place. And out of there, you can create some reporting. And that would be faster because cubes are basically based on your binary format. Am I clear, guys? Cubes mostly be in a binary format. Now there's a three kind of cubes available. There's a three category. Is cube is clear? See, let me tell you, cube is data structure and alternative for relational database by providing rapid analysis of data. Cube
can you show the slides, the Google slides? Team members will be able to understand over there.
Yeah, so see here, you have a data of product, you have a data of day, and you have a country, and then the measures. So that's called cube. See this one. You have cities, you have time, which is quarters, we have items, and then we got a measures. Guys, everybody. So you can see that Q1, let's say this value 605, Q1, and then Vancouver as a city and home and entertainment as a item. Yes or no?
Yes, Indra, but how if multiple dimensions are more introduced in that? Then how would it be?
Time is one dimension, location is one dimension, item is one dimension.
Yes, say more dimensions are introduced, then how would it be?
How is it stored? Basically.
Yes, that's good.
They should be having relationship inside. Your data mart should have those dimensions. Star schema should be ready. That's it. So the presentation you saw here, this is data mart, right? All relationship is here only. Fine. In order to get my cube, how my cube will work? If there's, let's say, location and quarter, and this, so this measure should be having this all dimensions ID, right? Yes or no? 605, the value which you can see here, what all it has? Against what? Against Q1, against home, against Vancouver. Am I clear? If you say I want to store, I also add the store here. Can we also add a store? Yes or no? See my Power BI. See my Power BI. Revenue by store, revenue by employee, revenue by year, revenue by category, revenue by customer. This is all a revenue, isn't it? Guys, you can hear me out?
Yes, yes.
So revenue by category, I can see the category here. Let me go ahead and can you see here? So these are the tables, by the way. So I have, these all are revenues. Am I clear? And these are the categories. So mountain bikes has some around, what is that? 2.7 million. So how many dimensions here it has? Can you please help me out?
One dimension.
Are you sure? Are you
Two
sure?
dimension. Two dimension.
What is it then? Second dimension. Revenue is
Second dimension is revenue.
it's not dimension.
Okay.
It looks like one dimension, only category. Do you think it's only one category?
This year.
No, go back.
You from which point you went to category?
No, go back. It has year, quarter, month, day. So this is one date dimension. It has a product.
Hello. I think we lost you, Indra. Hello.
Like we lost him. Let's wait.
Guys, I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
I think it's disconnected and reconnected. I don't know somehow. You guys also did the same, or it's only for me?
No, we are online.
I don't know. Disconnected and connected me back. Anyway.
No, not for us.
Okay. So here I did change the product and see that revenue is also changed. So is it
recording has stopped, I think.
Can you come again?
Recording has stopped.
Started, no?
We can see the symbol at least.
Is it started, not started?
We can
I
see it
think
is
I am
showing
the
a
host
recording
right now.
Started.
Started. Okay. Okay. So what I was saying is, the moment I made changes in product, is it impacting the revenue here?
Yes, definitely.
So is it only one dimension?
No, product would be the second.
Yes, it is a multiple. So at this time, where the data is coming across, my dear friend, please help me out.
This is coming from the mart.
From? No, answer is L or no. Big no.
From the cube, is it?
No, we're not using cube. It's into PBI file. Power BI itself has a data. It can store up to 1 GB file. Oh, 1 GB. No, it's a file. It's a file, sir. See that file. What is the size? 319. What is the size? 3063. What is the size? 156. So it has the data. So we have loaded from Excel. You got my point?
Yes.
Am I clear? First of all, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got it. So cube we will have to build every day. Whenever we do an incremental load in data mart, we will again have to rebuild the cube or we add a cube.
As of now, it is into file. Okay. So we'll talk about in Power BI. There's a two way of doing it. One, we can load into the query into PBI, Power BI. Another, we can do a direct query from database. Guys, you clear what I'm saying?
Okay.
Guys, you understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
So right now, which category we fall into?
This is personal load.
First
to
one.
be,
First one.
If I give you the third category, which is Q, then so that means the cube should have this structure ready, my dear friend. Yes or no?
Yes.
Cube should have this structure, 3D data cube.
Yes. How do we create actually cube? So
I'll tell you later on. There's a process in a SSAS. We have SQL Server integration analysis services we have where you can create the cube. Do you got SQL Server with you in your office?
we're using MySQL, yeah.
MySQL.
MySQL on VDS.
Then they are, I think they're free cube builder. I don't know which one's free for you. Is there no cube builder? Well, I don't know which is free. I'm not sure because SSAS we have. If you have a SQL Server, then it's free of cost. Oh, Cube Logo Maker 3D. No, this is something different. Let me write data cube. Yeah, we have open data cube. Open source is there. You download. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Or if you have a SQL Server, then you have SSAS. Analysis service. Have you heard that? SQL Server analysis services anytime? Anybody?
Yes, I've heard. See, this OpenCube means even if we create from the open source, the cube will be available in Power BI.
Yeah, but I'll suggest not to do that. Why you tell me? It's not secured. You'll be using your data, right? NSC data. Please don't do it. For a practice in your home, you can do that. But these are all unauthenticated, right? First of all, your IT people will not approve it. You must be IT, right?
Yeah, we do have IT.
Yeah, they would approve you. So you have to go for paid something which you have to pay and buy the license. Don't go for a free. For a learning, yes. The best part is the analysis services. It's very popular and you know how it works, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I can help you, which is a free one, but let me see what else, how we can do that. But you don't have SQL Server, isn't it?
No, we do have SQL Server, but for this training, I was thinking about this training, how we can get access.
Okay, after training, you create the cube and read it from cube. Fine.
Yes.
I'll help you on that. So location, product, time, data cell. Is it clear? Everybody, cubes are clear. Guys, come on, help me out. Because you can also load data. Let me write data loading from cube into Power BI. See, all our cubes here. So you have, now this must be creating, I think SSAs, they must be using SSAs in order to get the cubes. See, connect analysis services tabular data in Power BI. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Because they will not use some other product now. They will not use. See here. SQL Server analysis services. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes. So you have to create there and put it here. Simple. But you need to publish it, huh? Be careful.
Okay.
There's other way. If you want to make it much faster, if you are from Oracle background or SQL background, there's something called materialized view. Materialized view, you understand?
Okay.
Same like a summary table. It's not cube, it's a relational in format, but cube is a multidimensional. Okay, there's a difference. So let's say you have a SQL query, you want to do a view, and all the time you have to run the view. What will happen? View will execute the query. Materialized view will have view and data together. Okay? You have to do again incremental. That is one way of putting data faster. How many guys know what the materialized view? I think you would, right? Database guys, if you are having database background, please use, yeah, you can use them. Coming back to the session. So I hope you understand what is a cube. It's a calculated and accumulated such a large amount of data in some of, so you have huge data and compress it. Cube will also be compressed. And cube has, I think it's 3 different ways to load it. Yes, we have. So we have RO lab, MO lab, and HO lab. So I'll tell you what is RO lab. So if you have just seen the data right now in Power BI, is it RO lab? What do you think? What RO lab is, first of all? Let's understand from you.
It's relational model.
Yes. So are we talking about relational data here? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Guys, has to be third normal form, basically. Jagrati, Tejas, everybody understanding this? Help me out if you understood. Yes, no, yes.
Relational OLAP. Hello?
No?
I just got disconnected. Hello?
Oh.
I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
So we talk about a type of OLAP cube. First is relational. Any data which is a relational in nature. Okay. This is actually relational. These all are tables. Right? So you all the tables here. See. This is relational in nature.
Okay.
That's called ROLAP. Now there's something called MOLAP. What is MOLAP? Help me out. In my Power BI, here, I don't have a fact table. I don't have a dimension table. Though I have a relationship here, you can see. You can see here, right? But do you think any fact table is there? Any dimension table looks like? No, right?
Yes, no, there is not that.
No.
Basically, if you have dimension fact, those multi-dimension concepts comes into multi-dimensional MOLAP. And MOLAP is a binary file in nature. right? So we have .mdc, multi-dimensional cube, which is analysis services.
So ROLab file will be in text.
Yeah,
Or you
can
Okay.
Indra, can you just show us that ROLab also in Power BI? I mean, how it was looking at, how did you create that joining multiple tables? Just in
which one?
ROLab. You just showed na Power BI. It was having.
Session, no? We'll do it. We'll have a Power BI session, no? It is just I'm showing you for your understanding. Build
Okay.
it from scratch. Don't worry. That's what training is all about, right? This I built it for you guys to just take a look while training. When I explain something, you said no, something you have to explain me.
Yeah.
So it's उसके लिए है. We'll make it. Don't worry. We'll make it. So here you can see, is this a dimension table or fact table anywhere? Tell me. I don't think so.
No, it is not separate tables.
This is more relational in nature, right?
Yes.
If you want to create a cube, that will call as ROLab. Okay. If it is a dimension, fact, and then you actually physically create MDC file, which is multi-dimensional cube, which is coming from analysis services, right? So let me type this for your reference. Let me go ahead and write this .mdc file, see what will come. MDC files are multi-dimensional cube data. They are stored in using Cognos. They have a Cognos, guys. They can do it. Cognos is also a good software we've been using. And you also have Microsoft Analysis Services cube file. Right? So they would have here, they will also have, let me see the .mdc, they would also have some filing. That .mdc, I think that's the one. They would create some file. So they create MDX file they're creating. Can you see that?
Yes. MDX files.
So this is a binary file, okay? Now, what is binary file? I hope you understand. Binary file is different than an alphanumeric file. And relational, they have .cub, C-U-B. Guys, this is a very important link I'm sharing you. Please take a look. And you may have to come and create a cubes if necessary sometime, okay? So you have to take a decision. Maximum capacity of the cubes of analysis services should be 10 GB. I think so. Let me see. Oh, database is this 4 GB. Don't tell me. Don't tell me 4 GB only. Oh, then it was 1 GB before, now increased to 4 GB. Guys, the data, I'm saying the actual aapka summary data 4 GB. That is still enough, man. What do you think, Gopal? Summary, no. This is summary data.
Yeah, it will have only the values.
So summary data 4 GB bahut hai. It's too much, man. Earlier it was 1 GB.
Okay.
So cubes in database, this is the size.
Indra, in this cube data, from what we understood, it is storing only the summary, right? All the dimensions and
yes. All the summary data.
Yeah. So from here, we will not be able to drill down, right? Like to go in.
You can.
How can we? Because we are not storing transactional data in this. No?
Oh, you're saying till the end.
Sorry.
Till the end, you're saying lowest granularity.
Yeah. Can't be.
Then you have to put entire dimension, entire fact.
Okay.
Still 4 GB is enough, man. 4 GB is a huge data, man. Data does not have too much size. So what do you think? Let's talk about. Okay, chalo, let me ask you a question. 1 million records. How much the data should be size?
It depends upon how many columns also you're taking. Right?
Take it bigger, man. Take it what you want. I'm okay with that. Tell me what is the size.
So from
from the industry standard point of view, what we get is like 10 lakh records or 1 million record comes to 1 GB of data. Not 1 GB.
No, sir. It comes in.
But not 1 GB.
This is 20 KB file.
Yeah.
Less than a 1 GB. So 4 GB. So this is still in KB, sir. So if I make it like this, that's much data you can still go in one cube. And yes, to answer your question back, you may also have a detailed data. You have to push all the data.
In the cube itself. Okay.
Yeah, in the cube. But mostly you should go for summary data. Why? Because your dashboards and everything, all the senior management are not interested into the binding. Yes, if you talk about a sales manager, I may be interesting. If I say I'm a sales head, am I interested in your who is the sales guy who's selling what? Think practically.
No, sales manager is not interested in who is the sales guy. Just at the end of the day, how many sales have been made.
Okay. So that MDC, are you guys getting it? Is this session is important for you guys or just you're not able to understand? Things are fine, right?
Yes.
Architecture, I would also tell you one thing. Where is the incremental? Give me a second, guys. I would like to tell you analysis services. Incremental. This limitation views. I see that. This I was talking about. How to incrementally refresh Azure analysis services in a daily basis, right? Guys, see.
Okay.
You need to refresh it, okay? There should be a document, man. Give me a second. Why it's Microsoft has refreshing. How to increment? See Power BI. You also have it here. How to increment refresh a SaaS model. So you guys getting me, right? There are a lot of time you have to create the queue for Power BI as well. So don't think it's not important. It is very, very important. Don't take it light. It is very important. You can also do partitioning. This is more detailed. We'll talk about later. But if you do partitioning, even your queue will be partitioned internally. That is where what we're talking about. So incremental data refresh. Yeah, it is there.
So Bhujan, from SSAS, we will be creating our cube
Yes.
file and then importing this file into Power BI before we can do our dashboarding.
Yes. So basically, what I've done right now, I have taken the data, right? This is an Excel sheet data right now. Fine. Got it? These are all Excel data right now. And I did my some relationship, and top of that, I'm creating my dashboard. Very simple. So these 3 tabs are very important. So now here, when I go on new, I'll say, boss, I want to create a new, right? So when I go to create new, you're gonna ask me. So let me show you that. Okay, let's say get data. Can you see here? Databases.
Yes.
Let me remove this. See that? SQL Server analysis services. That's what you can import. Okay, Redshift, SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL. Yeah, MySQL is there. Postgres, Sybase. Sybase is SAP now, right? Why still there is Sybase? Sybase, SAP guys have already bought it over.
Yes, but still it is called Sybase only.
But this
is Sybase they call it now.
Is it open source? I don't think so.
No, it's not open source.
Because उसने खरीद लिया है. They have Sybase. Let me see. See, I told you, right? SAP have bought it over. Actually, as SAP had a fight with Oracle guys. Oracle, they were using Oracle 9A and 10G. So then after they bought it over, but they cannot see. Can we download? No, see, I cannot download, right? Can you? It's not being showing anywhere. Right? It's not giving me an option for download. See here?
Yeah.
I told you it's been bought over with them. Anyway, is it clear, sir? How do we get the cubes?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So you understand the ROLAP, MOLAP. Now there's something is the father of both. You have to combine together. The ROLAP and MOLAP, if you combine, that becomes hybrid. And honestly speaking, I never worked on this. I haven't seen any business case like this.
Okay.
Do you think so? You have any business case?
I don't know. Right now, I can't say. But ROLAP, yes, we will be having for ROLAP.
ROLAP is there. I never had any chance where we have combined together because they're different in nature. So मैंने तो काम नहीं किया अभी तक इस पे 20 years में. Fine, anyway. So all OLAP operations, you know that. Roll up, roll, drill down, slice, dice, pivot. So you can see that this is roll up functions, guys. Right? Yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. This is roll up. This is roll down. We also call drill down. This is slice. So one of the data is slicing. Then that dice, couple of dimensions, correct? I told you yesterday, isn't it?
Yep.
So dice talks about a bit more about the what dimension and more than two more dimension for cube, which provides a new view for the data cube. Dice location equals to Toronto or time equal to this and blah blah, you get it.
Can you slice and dice?
Yeah, sure.
Slice.
So slice is one piece of data.
Okay.
Okay, let me go here. Now, when I say this one, let me remove this one.
Show in tabular format. Any way to see better.
Can come again?
Can you show any of the chart which you are showing as slice in tabular format also?
Tabular also. Okay.
Yeah, when you're opening it. Yeah. Okay. This is slice. Sorry.
This bicycle one. Let's say this is the one. This is one value. Now this is slice. One slice of your cake. Very simple. Slice means pieces. Right. So you have a cake and you have a slice. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Now when it comes to dice, now when I say boss, please tell me this product. Now what is happening now? This product revenues million, I mean that's 0 million because it must be in thousands. Only entity sold, and the value is, let me show you here as show as table. The revenues sound like this. Something in 3,000.
Okay.
Hey dude, it's been giving you rupees only. Okay, I've gone for rupees. Okay. So here 3,000. So is it not you been talking to multiple dimensions? One is category and another is the product, right?
Correct.
Yes or no? So this is called dice.
Oh. But
so if I also want to see of
month and year.
Avi Sara sector 2018. Do we have data? Okay, same. So if I go ahead and say I want to go for only 1 quarter, no data. Second quarter has a data. So when I see this, no, this is not only slice, now it is dice, right?
Right.
Slice is one pieces and dice is you have couple of slices you taking it. Small cake, for example, you're taking a small cake from the bigger cake. Or you taken two slice pieces है दिया, half इसमें से लिया, half उसमें से लिया. Got my point? So that's what it is. But don't eat a lot of cakes, huh?
Everyone at my place is diabetic, so
Oh, that's
So we will have only slices.
ये slices करके पूरा cake खा जाओगे आप. Okay, now pivot, you know that, right? The benefit of pivot table is you are feel free to push your data in rows and columns or vice versa, right? It is just you can do it, and that is being done by, where is metric? This is the metric. You can create metric, right? That is what X, Y. You can see that X and Y columns has been showing here. This is table, but this is metrics. Fine. We'll do that later on. Question time, guys. So first of all, how was the session today? Is it something good, bad, ugly, waste of time? What is that?
Something new to learn today. Few more things for me.
yeah, I also like the session more than the previous one also. So
Oh my goodness. So कल के पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे मुझे.
वो तो already आपको मिल गए.
Okay. So how about others? Harshal, Jagriti. Come on, speak up, unmute yourself.
Yeah, it was more informative than previous one.
Yeah, but Harshal, आपने एक दो क्वेश्चन पूछा है. आजकल कंजूसी कर रहे हैं क्वेश्चन पूछने में. You should ask more questions.
Yes, as I get more details on it, I will ask.
If you don't ask a question, I'll be sleeping in the session. What do you want? You want to sleep, or you have to be interactive? Okay, Chinmay, how what do you think, man?
It must, yeah, I gave the feedback. I liked it more than the yesterday session.
Okay, questions are clear. You've been asked a couple of questions, I believe, today. So
Yeah. So I prefer asking questions during the meet itself because that way we can get clear.
That is important. That is, I can't go sleep. Huh? So thank you for making me sleep. Vidya being on and off here and there, I believe, right? Twice you being disconnected and joined again.
Yeah, I had to attend Scrum calls in the morning, so I'm on and off.
Oh my goodness. Tell them you're in training, no? You're not getting extra salary for Scrum meeting, isn't it? Are you? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's something new to learn and explore in today's session, especially the cubes part, are OLAP and multidimensional.
Vidya, what we are talking about, before Power BI, do you think these are important before reaching to the Power BI?
Yes, very important.
Okay, because they will not get there. Now, when you go into Power BI, you know these all steps before. So
Correct.
Good. Rohit, sir?
Yes, for me it was good, and the topic which was covered today was new for me.
Okay, good. And Tejas, how about you?
Yeah, the today's session was good, and the basics that we required for the visualization part, that I think you have covered the most part, because it will be needed for any of the tool, we can say.
Right. As
this is much needed.
Yesterday, I'm trying to get your Power BI, just to show you things, whatever there. And I hope you guys are interconnecting the concepts in Power BI. Okay. UK? Yeah. I don't think so. UK has a mic, I believe. So Gopal, how's overall team's feedback, man? Did you speak to your team yesterday or today?
Not yet today. Yesterday, yes.
Yeah. So how are they been getting the things clear? Are they being
yes, they are they're getting their fundamentals clear now. So that's good. Okay. And one thing, can you run through the PPT again? So if anybody has some questions, they can remember, or maybe they will be asking.
Sure. Let's do that. I have a 10 minutes time also. So we've spoken about, so we had a topic of relational analytical database concepts. So the relation model you understood. Production data, we have an analytical model, which is a dimension model, star schema, snowflake, and the purpose of having more reporting, more data, and more in dimension format. You understood where is the database in our relational database and the data warehouse, especially in OLAP. What is the difference? Then we spoken about data mart. So we data warehouse and data mart we've spoken first. Then we've spoken about dependent data mart and independent data mart, whereas we also seen a complete warehouse architecture. If you have any question, guys, feel free to ask me a question. We still have a time, 5-10 minutes. We can still talk about. We spoken.
Yeah, I think at that point you said if you can show big data architecture for.
Yeah, so you please have to remind me.
Yeah.
So basically, I may forget, right? Yeah. So you have to remind me.
Yeah. Please show us that some of the architecture.
Yeah, I'll show you. So Gopal, you please remind me later on before finishing these things. Source layer, staging layer, we spoken, presentation layer. Then we have a metadata. We have gone for 3 different type of metadata categories: business metadata, technical metadata, operational metadata. We've spoken about currency changing and data lineage. I think in your company, you don't have to worry about currency, but you never know, or if you're going somewhere else, or you're being here only if you want to go for a lot of time, they want to see in USD. So then you have to convert they need to get the exchange rate, right? Guys, please be careful. Right. You have to, don't take it lightly. You may not be showing an Indian one, but you may also see, let's say international market, you have to see how NSE is doing. So they have to do in USD.
Yes.
A lot of time.
This is basically used in, currently I'm working on a project, RBI project. So external commercial borrowings, they have their confirmed and amounts by the loans, lenders and all. So they, in different currencies, the loans has been.
So at least you guys are at least touching. You have been already working on this.
Yeah.
So you can't leave it out. So you have to be careful. But I suggest one thing. Maybe we'll go ahead and Pavi and I'll tell you. Gopal, you also make sure to your team, please do work a lot of things on the back end. Do not put pressure on Power BI, please. Gopal, you understand what I'm saying?
So, but that will create load on the database.
No. For example, currency calculations. Do it
okay. That we do take care of it.
Yeah. So mostly what I'm saying, what are the calculations, especially the calculation part, do take it in database. Database is going to be faster and faster and more, memory. They have servers and nodes. Power BI is not having a node. Power BI is a desktop based and running only in the browser. That's it. So Power BI is okay to handle, but not handle, kind of a petabytes data and all. GB. So you have to be more careful in that. Then Cube is favorite, I believe. I think you liked more Cube than anything else. Today's topic, I believe everybody's saying Cubes are more important. I'm glad that you guys have understood too much. ROLAP, and I've shown you MOLAP. This is, I won't say waste, but I haven't have experience, honestly speaking. Even you go on the internet, you find something. If you get something, do let me know. I don't think so. We have HOLAP, OLAP business case. I haven't worked anything similar. No, it's not there. HOLAP advantage and disadvantage is there, but I don't know. I haven't seen any business case on this. If you get something, you please go ahead and learn. And so they have RDBMS, cache aggregated, and this is not the logic you should do it, but yes, that they're saying put RDBMS in the cache and then use multi-dimensional cube. That's what they're saying. So cache we need it, right? So ROLAP is more faster than a cache. Advantage is there. So I haven't worked. So please take a look if in case you get a chance. You would not get a chance in your case. You'll have a cubes to work, overlap and cubes. And the operations, roll up, roll down, or drill up, drill down. This is what you say. Slice and dice and pivot table. So that's what we're looking in. Good. Are we good for 2 modules? I think we have done first 2 modules, which is data warehousing introduction and data warehouse architecture. Now Monday we'll have, this is a little bigger, so maybe 1 or 2 days might take, but hopefully we have a time, nothing to worry.
Okay.
Data modeling, this is very important. You can see the size now, 4031, bigger.
Right.
And this is where you'll have a lot of questions, and please ask me questions. I'll be very happy to reply them. If you don't ask questions, they'll become so boring for me.
Okay. Yep.
This is more important, and this is how you use it in your current company or in future your projects. And then we have our modeling later stage. So my target is next Wednesday till Wednesday, Thursday, we'll finish it.
Okay.
We'll talk about first NF, second NF, which you are looking, right? This was somebody who's looking at earlier. I also have a normalized and denormalized example here, so we'll have good time together. ERWin is not there for you guys in case if you want to do a building in ERWin, which was there, but your L&D department has not to go for ERWin, no modeling. But I'm giving you a presentation for you guys. Gopal, you don't have to do data modeling, right? Isn't it?
No, we have to do some kind of data modeling. We have to do.
This is there in case if you want to take a look how it happens. Fine. So I made it. Fine.
ERWin is costly. Mostly people go for the freeware.
No, use Toad. It's free. Toad data model. Oracle or Toad, they are free. See, Quest software. There's no more Quest. There becomes a Dell now. Dell have ordered over Quest. It's called Dell Quest. Fine. So if you see, it is a Quest, but this is actually a Dell product now. Toad data modeler, or you have one Oracle data modeler, which is, these are free one.
Yeah, Oracle I've already used.
Oracle?
Yes.
Okay, good. ERWin is the pioneer. Yeah, they're the one who started. ERWin, I've started with 4.1.0 ERWin, so old. I've started in 1998, my dear friend.
Oh.
1998. So anything about data, we've been working for more than 2 decades. Data is actually my more interestful area. And whatever you're getting is all data. The more you ask a question, the more you get clarity on the data side. Okay. Yeah.
Can we see the big data, some of the architectures what you have created?
I have another place. I'll have to commit it. This is my personal laptop. That is my official laptop, or maybe in Google Drive. I'll have to download and I'll show you. Definitely, I'll show you. It's better when you're doing a Power BI. During that time, you'll just let me know, right? Then I'll show you how the big data overall life goes on, which is nowhere because Power BI is just. I can show you how Power BI is using for AWS. Oh, sorry, Azure. I've done for Visa stuffs, but I'll remove all the names and I'll show you only the architecture. Chalega na?
Chalega. We want to see the basic architecture, how things are moving from the source to Power BI.
Trust me, I was happy when I was working in Informatica and Tableau and Power BI ClickView. बहुत खुश था. जब ये big data से मैं आया हूँ ना, for last 6-8 years, it's like massive, and I'm bigger projects coming to me. Currently, there's 200 people reporting to me in one project, and I have 3 projects. Just imagine how the life is.
Oh, yeah.
Good. So I hope you guys enjoying with me. This is what I normally try to ask more questions, and I'll give you a practical and help you during the practical as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, practical will be something what we will be looking at.
Don't worry.
So that is the only thing which will help us do the project.
Right, sir. For that, you will have a lot of clarity. And I'll take a business case and start doing a business case. So I have a couple of practicals for you guys. one where you'll be using only DAX. Data will be very bad. Don't take me wrong, huh? So you use a lot of DAX in order to clean the data first, right? Then one place I'll give you a very beautiful data. You have to create a very logical dashboard. So what you see here is the beautiful data.
Right.
Right. But here I have not done a lot of changes. So there's so many things you can do. So this dashboard, what you can see is the simple dashboard. So I'll give you some advanced also later on once you know them. So this is one of the important. I don't think so we publish because I need you guys already said that you'll be having some. You have a Power BI installed to your server, right? So you have a BI server. Then you need a credential to publish it. Okay.
I will have to check with L&D department.
L&D, what is his name? I've forgotten.
Varda.
Huh?
Varda? You have been connecting with Varda? Or
no guy. This one intelligent guy was a very cute guy. He was talking very logically. When he had a discussion with me before this training, and he said he has some BI services, so he may give us in order to publish it. I also think I can download Power BI services free of cost. Okay, let me see if I can do it. I can show you that. Because I hardly have a time, but let's see if I say BI services, Power BI services. If I get Power BI servers download, all right, is there. Oh, this is very important. So looks like it's just free, I think. See, this is the dashboard. Publishing. Okay, देखता हूँ मैं. If that happens, nothing, then I'll try. But let me finish first the Power BI, okay? Publishing बाद में. Okay. But I have to show you how the publishing happens. See, you're able to see on your browser, same like here. Right now, you see everything in dashboards, right? Here in desktop.
Yeah.
When you publish here, you will be seeing it like this.
Got it.
We'll work together. Don't worry. We'll have a good time. Power BI is very good tool. So Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, these are very good ones. Yep. All the best for the entire day. Have a great time and stay healthy. See you tomorrow at the same time.
Same to you. Yeah.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Thank
on
you.
Monday. Yeah.
Monday.